Day 24. Why are you so quiet all of a sudden? Feels like your mind's somewhere else.
Ah.
Yeah, the thing is... I know this is sudden and it'll probably sound weird, but I figured it out. I think I know who's behind the murders in the mystery timeline. I know who X is. It's Kako.
Yeah.
Hi, you knew?
Oh.
More accurately, it's a Gi-possessed version of her. A Kako-G, to borrow the term you came up with yesterday. How long have you known that?
Oh.
The whole time. Ever since I got my memories back on day 3. Why didn't you say anything? You never asked. But why do you know it all of a sudden? I saw it in a dream. Or I guess it's more like some memories from that timeline came back to me. And that explains why you've been so spacey. Try not to get too fixated on it. Concentrate on tonight's sleep. I can't just turn off my emotions, especially when those memories, some of the things I saw.
Oh.
It's Nozomi, isn't it? You're feeling bad about not being able to save her. Takumi, why are we leaping tonight? To catch X, to stop Kako-G. And what will happen when we do that? A new branch of the mystery timeline will be created, one where Ava and the others survive and Nozomi won't have to die. Exactly. Focus on making that a reality. This is our chance to get back at the Gi for everything they've done to us. Of course, the one we'll be facing won't have actually killed anyone yet. Maybe, but I'm still not letting it off the hook. Well said. It was 4:13 a.m. The two of us had already put on our leap suits. Hideko was adjusting the machine's settings. I decided to ask her a few things just to make sure everything was clear. So we're leaping to the mystery hunt timeline. We're leaping to the hunt mystery timeline. No, there's no Kako-G there at this point. Oh, right. The Gi-possessed Kako isn't actually the mystery Kako. She came from another timeline. Or maybe I should say she was sent there. Sent by, well, I know, by me. That version of me thought she was doing the right thing, but it had serious consequences for the mystery timeline. All the more reason why I have to fix this. It was my mistake. This is the least I can do to atone for it. So the timeline we're leaping to is the Box of Calamity timeline. I looked at the time in my helmet window. It was 4:15 a.m. Hideko and I locked eyes and nodded. All right, let's go. We're here. Yeah, I know I said this last time, but it barely feels like we went anywhere. That's just how it works. Get used to it. What's our plan for catching Kako-G? The me from this timeline, Hideko 3, will be here soon. She'll have knocked Kako-G out with an anesthetic. So she's bringing her here to send her to another timeline. Hideko nodded, her helmet moved up and down slightly. When's she coming? I don't remember the exact time. Around 5 a.m., I think? Are we just gonna go wait around until then? Yes. We can hide somewhere we won't be spotted. What about our suits? It's best to keep them on. If she feels threatened, Hideko 3 might use her hemoanima to attack us. And so we waited. But things didn't go exactly according to plan. 5 a.m. arrived, and there was still no sign of Hideko 3. We waited 5 minutes more, and another 5. By 5:15, I couldn't take the numb feeling in my legs anymore. I'm gonna go take a look outside. Keep an eye on things in here, okay? What? Wait. I'll be right back, I promise. I ran outside to find countless drops of water falling from the sky. That rain stuff again. Right, it rains on day 24. I looked around but didn't see anyone anywhere. If Hideko 3 is coming, it'll be from that direction. I took off down a nearby street to check. Still no sign of Hideko 3 or Kakoji for that matter. This road is the fastest way to the lab from the school. Maybe something happened that made her take another route? I walked to the nearest crossroads and decided to take a look down one of the other streets. Is that me? Oh, wait. Oh, I did run out into the rain, didn't I? And then I saw something. Someone. They were standing there looking right at me. The sun still wasn't up and the rain didn't help visibility at all. Because of that, I couldn't make out who it was. Really, you can't tell by the bright red hair and the white shirt?
Is that Hideko 3? No, she'd be carrying Kakoji. So maybe...
Something clicked and everything became clear.
It's me. That's the me from the Box of Calamity timeline. Takumi 3.
When I put that together, I took off down one of the ruined streets.
Hey, wait!
He ran after me. The rain was stronger now, but it wasn't slowing him down. If he caught up to me, it'd cause a lot of problems. I had to throw him off. But how? I tried to think of something as I headed down the road to the lab. I jumped over a puddle and ran a good 60 feet. What the hell was that? Then there was a dull thud behind me. I spun around to see what had happened. Lying there on the soaking wet sidewalk was Takumi 3, and he just sounded like a cannon? He wasn't moving, and there was somebody else there too. It must be Hideko. She stood over Takumi 3 and looked down at him. She sounded like a cannon? He looked up at her and croaked out a single word in a weak, faltering voice.
Who?
He never finished his question. The next moment, his eyes glazed over and he passed out. Thanks for protecting me, Hideko. Was it okay to leave him there like that? We moved him inside a building with a roof. That's good enough. Come on, we have to get back to the lab. Right. We ran back to the lab and into the PLM room. There was nobody there. But something was strange. The air was somewhat hazy, almost as if... Oh no, we missed her! Hideko rushed over to the control console and began furiously typing on the keyboard. Damn it, we're too late. What's wrong?
No.
I checked the log. The machine was last used 10 minutes ago. What? How? You went to kill time outside and she went to save your butt and then you just missed the rendezvous time. That's it. That's what happened. These kids. One person made the leap. Their destination was the Hunt Mystery Timeline. You know what that means? Kakoji's gone? Just in the last 10 minutes? I'm afraid so. Hideko 3 must have arrived and sent her away while we were outside. No! We didn't have time to stand around and feel sorry for ourselves. We needed to act, and fast. Then we have to go too. We'll follow her to the Hunt Mystery line and... Hideko shook her head. We can't. Why? Look at the display in your helmet. It keeps track of blood space wave activity. They're looking pretty low. Right. We won't be able to leap again for a while. It's 2 days until they'll be strong enough again. 8:10 p.m. on day 26. So we're... Yes, we're going to be stuck here for a while in the Box of Calamity timeline. You have got to be kidding me. Oh, we're stuck here? Great. I love being stranded in another timeline that's not mine. Hideko and I discussed what we should do next. Eventually, we decided to carry Takumi 3 back to the school. We couldn't just leave him out there in the ruins all night. We're stranded! Help! With Takumi 3 hoisted on my back, we made our way back to the last defense academy. The sun was coming up by the time we arrived.
Oh.
The morning announcement will be playing soon. We have to hurry. How about you help me with this guy then? Excuse me? Me? Carry luggage? That's your job, servant. Again with the servant stuff. Just who do you think I am anyway? My servant, of course. Was I not clear? Would you prefer lackey? We took Takumi 3 back to his room and put him into bed.
There. That should do it.
No, he looks so pitifully vulnerable sleeping like that. I wish we could stay to draw something on his face. But we don't have the time. We have to leave before the others start waking up.
Right.
Let's get going.
They don't carry around their infusers. They don't carry around Sharpies. What do they carry around? Back on the road to the lab, Hideko suddenly came to a halt. You still don't have all your memories back yet, do you? We're in the box of Calamity timeline right now. What's that? If you don't remember, that's all right. We can probably chalk it up to leap damage. What do you mean? It's not important. Forget I said anything. She began walking again, clearly in no mood to discuss the matter further. I watched in confusion as she strode further and further ahead of me. What had just happened? We arrived back in the lab and did what little we could. Namely, we took off our suits, hung them up, and caught our breath. Once that was done, we were at a loose end. We had nothing to do and way too much time on our hands. We'll just have to wait things out here for the next 2 days. The next sleep's at 8 p.m. on day 26, so it's more like 2.5. Don't quibble over details. What difference does it make? So, how are we gonna kill time until then? Want to play 20 questions? I think I'd get bored of that after 5 minutes. Would you like to lick my boots then? That was the last time we spoke to each other that day. For the next few hours, we sat around in silence, letting time pass us by. This is gonna be a long 2.5 days. 10 o'clock. I'm getting pretty hungry.
Oh.
Me too. Go find some food somewhere and cook it for me. Somewhere? Somewhere in the town ruins. Sometimes you find old canned food around. Why don't you go look for some yourself? I'm not the servant here. That was the last straw. This is all your fault, you know. What is?
Hey!
Us missing Kako G? I told you to wait here. You could have easily have waited here, sir. The blood space... I keep saying blood space. I'm having issues with blood space on the first try. The blood space waves were about to fade out. What was I supposed to do? I waited and waited and you still didn't come back, so I went outside to try and find you. When I saw Takumi 3 chasing you, I knew I had to do something, so I went around him and up into one of the buildings. He would have caught up to you if I hadn't knocked him out with that nice clean knee drop to the back of his head. Don't you get it? I did all of this to save you, and now you're saying it's all my fault? Hideko's tirade seemed to jog something loose in my mind. Of course! How could I forget something so important? Is it the leap damage again? What's the matter? A memory. I remembered something. About day 24 in this timeline. It was around 4 p.m. when I was Takumi 3. I saw Hideko 3 leaving the school grounds. I didn't realize it at the time, but she must have been carrying Kakoji too. I wondered what she was up to, and I followed her. Then I spotted someone in the leap suit in the city ruins. Of course, I didn't know what the suit was back then, or who was inside it. But I do now. That was the me from the steady fundamental timeline. Takumi 1, the version of me I am now. I don't need to tell you the rest. Somebody hit me with a nice clean knee drop to the back of the head. That's weird, isn't it? Why is history repeating itself like this? The same thing happened in the killer zombie timeline.
Oh.
So, what are you getting at? It's like we're on rails, just acting out a predetermined series of events. The same goes for us failing to stop Kako-G leaving this timeline. I feel like we're reenacting a version of history that's already happened, or that we're being railroaded so things play out the way they're supposed to. Is anything we're doing making a difference? Is it even possible for us to change history? Not this again. We've been over this already. Over in the killer zombie timeline, we saved Hideko 2 and made sure Takumi 2 got treated. But enough! I can't keep talking on an empty stomach like this. Don't waste what few calories I have access to by making me repeat myself. I'm going to bed. We need to conserve our strength. Good night. Hideko skulked away to a corner of the room and lay down with her back to me. I stared at her for a while and thought about what she'd said. According to her, Hideko 2 was killed by Takumi 2 in the killer zombie line on day 16. But I had no memory of that happening. I really only had her word for it. Was it true? Or could Hideko have been lying to me? Suddenly I became aware of a fragrance in the air. It felt familiar, almost nostalgic. I knew that soothing floral aroma. It was the scent of lavender. Yeah, that's her smell. Day 25. At the very least, we weren't in any danger of dying of thirst. Rainwater had collected in the little hollows of the ruins around us, giving us enough to stay hydrated. Boil it first. Don't want to get sick. Food was another matter. The last time we'd had anything to eat was 2 nights ago. I'm feeling dizzy. I think my blood sugar's getting low. Same here. We need to find something to eat soon. Hideko and I split up to look for food, but in the end... The whole day's almost gone. Have you been trying? I wanted to scream back, of course I have. I'm just as hungry as you are, you know. But I didn't have the energy. I didn't say anything, and Hideko didn't press me. A heavy silence settled over the two of us. Faint from hunger and exhaustion, we slowly made our way back to the lab and spent the next couple of hours there. Takumi, what time is it? Check for yourself. You've got it built into your glasses, don't you? Too much trouble to raise my hand. Just tell me. I took my device out of my pocket and checked the time. It's 9:50 p.m. Still a whole day before we can leap back. They're probably worried about us back at They're probably worried about us back in Steady Fundamental. From their point of view, we just disappeared. Maybe they think we eloped together. Kidding. Sorry, I don't have the energy to laugh. I'm almost at my limit too. I don't think I can make it through these last 22 hours. What do you want me to do about it? We've already searched every inch of these old ruins. In that case, there's only one place we can go. Where's that? The only place we're guaranteed to get a high caloric intake. The school? Yep. You want to steal food from the cafeteria? You're really that surprised. What did you think we were doing here? Well, what if someone sees us? That's why we've got our leap suits on. Come on, let's go. We snuck along the hallway to the cafeteria and slipped inside, making as little noise as possible. Then we ransacked the place. We mostly took snacks and preserved foods, stuff we wouldn't need to cook. Can't we just eat it here? And take off our helmets? We'd be royally screwed if anyone saw us. It's 11:10 p.m. The nighttime announcement was a while ago. Doesn't matter. Some of them are bound to still be awake. You worry too much. It won't take long. But right as Hideko reached up to remove her helmet... Oh, are we the apparitions that Gaku's seeing? We took off running as fast as we could. Even in our panic trying to get away, a thought occurred to me. Something happened in this timeline with Gaku in the middle of the night.
I got kinda hungry, so I went to the cafeteria for some food, and when I turned around, there were two dark, shadowy figures standing at the back of the room.
At least I knew who those shadowy figures had been now. Fortunately, no one tried to follow us, but we weren't in the clear yet. Clutching our spoils tight, we ran all the way back to the lab. Well, now we have food. Day 26. After we'd filled our bellies, Hideko and I decided to take some well-earned rest. We spent most of day 26 lounging around like giant pandas. Before we knew it, the sun had gone down and night had fallen. The time was 8:03 p.m. Soon the blood space waves would finally be strong enough for us to leap again. Hideko was setting it all up. I didn't want to distract her, but I still had some doubts. We're going to hunt mystery, right? Well, not quite.
Huh?
Why not? Shouldn't we be trying to stop Kakoji? Of course, but we're actually going to the mystery timeline. It's day 26. This is the day Hunt Mystery splits off into the Hunt and Mystery. Our original goal was to prevent the murders Kakoji perpetrated in the mystery line.
Oh.
Now that timeline has branched off. We have to follow her there. Hideko continued pressing buttons and typing commands, then stopped. No, this can't be.
Huh?
What's wrong? There's a lock on the mystery timeline. To put it simply, it's like when a phone blocks all incoming calls. Probably because Ato's jumping there. Does that mean what I think it does? I'm afraid so. The machine won't let us leap there. Did Kakoji do this? She must have. She's the only one in that timeline who knows this lab exists. But it sounded like a third party put the lock on. She's smart, too. I doubt it would take her long to figure out how the machine works. We've got no choice. We'll have to return to steady fundamental for now and plan a new strategy. Damn, you're right. Well, rip that timeline. There was just 1 minute left until our leap. Everything was set up and ready to go. What area are we... What are we going to tell everyone when we get back? How about we went out to explore the ruins early on day 24, got caught up in the rain, and were laid up with a fever until now. A fever so bad we couldn't move for the last 2 days. Nobody's gonna buy that. I'm open to suggestions. Excuses and cover stories are your forte, not mine. While we were talking, the time changed. It was 8:10 p.m. now. Okay, time to go home. It's late. Let's wait until tomorrow to discuss the Kakoji problem.
Huh?
Fine with me. I'm going back to my room. In my bed. We staggered back onto school grounds and made it up to the roof. But when we got there... Where have you two been? You got any idea how worried we were?
It's been 3 days. You've been going out of our minds. We've been going out of our minds looking for you.
We couldn't find any trace of you. We're starting to wonder if you'd eloped or something. Seriously? What if that were the case? You wouldn't have come back.
What have you been doing? You have to ask. Feeding, seeding, and breeding.
What? Such indecency! Do you two think of nothing else? I sighed. Might as well get this over with.
Huh?
The truth is, we went out to explore the ruins on day 24. You guys remember how hard it was raining that day? Well, we both caught a cold in it, and we were laid up with a fever until today. Everyone's faces had the same expression, blank astonishment, but the silence only lasted for a moment.
Ah, sheesh, is that all?
Guess there's no help in it then.
Oh.
Don't let it happen again, okay? All the stress is bad for my heart. Unbelievable. They actually bought it. Huh? Nothing. Don't worry about it. Anyway, we're sorry to worry you all this time.
Oh.
Me too. I apologize. Wow. I don't think I've ever heard you apologize before. It wasn't addressed to you. Oh, come on! Just then. Excuse me. I'm sorry to interrupt.
Huh?
Ava? You're here? I know this is sudden, but I am now a member of the Special Defense Unit. Perhaps you heard about it already, but I haven't formally introduced myself to either of you yet. The brainwashing's done? I feel like that's a little faster than the other timelines. Mr. Sumino, Miss Shizuhara, it's an honor to be working with you.
Aw, Ava, we told you before, you don't gotta be so formal around us.
Yeah, we're all on the same team here. Just make sure to ignore any weird orders from the boys, okay? Oh, so I can't just get her. I can't get her to show her. I can't get. My brain doesn't even want to read the sentence. Oh, so I can't get her to show me her boobs? No! Of course not. I mean, you can see her ghost's boobs in a different timeline. I can't perform a vivisection on her. Especially not that.
But orders from us girls are okay. Ava, shake.
Arf, arf. Kurata extended a hand. Ava knelt down and put her hand on top of it.
Oh, you're so adorable.
Who's a good girl? You whiz. Yes, you whiz. She patted Ava's head. Ava herself knelt there with her tongue lolling, an expression of pure ecstasy on her face. What is that facial expression?
Oh, I want to try too. Ava, do some more doggy style stuff.
Don't say it like that! Understood. Oh my god, no, Lady Ava, no, don't do it! You must ignore the strange orders from the girls as well. Oh, but I wanted to set up a killing game with her. A killing game? That sounds lovely. I'll be glad to participate. You don't even know what that means, do ya? You should join too, Mr. Yakshiji, and you, Mr. Ginzaki. Well, I guess a little one wouldn't hurt. A little killing game? Don't get swept up in the mood, you two. Oh, is a killing game a contest to see who can kill the most invaders? That really does sound wonderful. Let's all kill lots of invaders together. I wasn't sure what had happened in the 3 days that Hideko and I had been gone, but it seemed like Ava had assimilated into the team just fine, even without our help. Now that the team's back together, should we celebrate the usual way?
I'm down for that.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
Special Defense Unit! Best in the world! Indestructible and undefeated!
I love how Kiyoshika was the one that was like, you know what, Ava, just don't listen to any weird orders from either gender.
Never lose! Never yield! Special Defense Unit, fight on!
Everyone raised their voices, their cheers echoing out across the roof. Hideko watched them with a mixture of confusion and relief.
I guess this is fun.
Her expression softened a little and she smiled as the group continued kidding around. Day 27. Uh-oh, that's Suray's music. Sumino, Shizuhara, I assume you know why you're here? Did you need some extra players for a game of Mahjong? Of course not! This is about your unauthorized stay away from school grounds. It wasn't our fault. We were out on a regular exploration mission, but then we had to... Akenprick? What? What are these actual words? I don't know how to pronounce half this sentence. We had to Akenprick our Donkeltol's join spigot with a brontuckle? Can someone translate that for me? That's right. If we hadn't done that, she's usually even more words. What is this? They aren't real. Okay. They're not real words. Great. So I'm gonna do my very best to pronounce these shenanigan words. That's right. If we hadn't done that, the Bevergash's muffin hole would have rudgered all over the happen box. We found the pronticle just fine, but actually, Ankenprinking the Dankeltol's join spigot was harder than we thought. It's delicate work after all. In the end, it took us 3 whole days. Both of the machines are short-circuiting. Naturally, we were lying through our teeth. We were just making up a bunch of nonsense words we hoped sounded convincing. We'd had a little strategy meeting before we came here to get our story straight. It had the intended effect. C-Ray and Nigo were stunned into silence trying to make sense of the gibberish we'd bombarded them with. We were waiting a full 30 seconds before they spoke again. So, what exactly is a dangle tool, whatchamacallit? And what does the beaver gash thingummy have to do with it?
Huh?
Even if we tried to explain, you wouldn't understand.
Oh.
Suffice it to say, we had to deal with a certain phenomenon to prevent the entire Special Defense Unit from being wiped out. We knew about it thanks to our previous experience in the time loop. It caused us no end of suffering in other timelines. So you were out there trying to save the rest of the team? And working at it solidly for 3 whole days? We both nodded, our faces completely serious. I don't know about this. It does sound a mite suspicious. Oh, so that's your attitude, is it? In that case, maybe we'll stop sharing information about the enemy with you. Are you okay with that? Your new and improved Almenic cognitive reconstruction therapy process was only made possible because of my advice, isn't that right? I suppose. Thanks to that, we brainwashed Ava much faster than we were expecting. And it's so complete that we never have to worry about it coming undone, unless she gets an extreme shock, which we've been foreshadowed to. Provided she isn't subjected to a very powerful mental shock, that is. You see what I'm saying? Takumi and I are on your side. We always have the team's best interests in mind. That's how we made it all the way to day 27 without a single member entering total death. Fine. Have it your way. If it'll help us win the war, anything goes. We'll do whatever you want. Well then. Yeah, you're off the hook. You're allowed to stay outside school grounds without prior notice. Just make sure you're here on battle days, alright? Yes, sir. After finishing up our talk with C-Ray and Nigo, Hideko and I made our way to the library. Back to looking for reflections, huh?
Oh.
You do want to find a way out of this loop, don't you? Yeah, of course, but will we really find it in that book? All we know is that Professor Ainone was researching the time loop and wrote up his findings. It's our only lead. We have to take that chance.
What are we going to do about Kakoji?
I don't know. I thought about it all last night, and I still haven't come up with anything.
When's the next time we can leave? Day 31, between 1:50 and 5:10 p.m. 4 days from now. But we still can't leap to the mystery timeline. It's gonna stay blocked off for the next 50 days. Yikes! Why 50 days? When a timeline is locked, it automatically opens up again after 50 days. How do you know that? If Kakoji leapt on day 24, it'll be at least It will be at least day 74 before we can follow her. It'd be way too late to stop her by then. Exactly. I'm honestly stumped. We'll just have to put the whole Kako-G issue on hold for now. I know it's frustrating, but it's the only thing we can do. Bummer. Kako-G still weighed heavily on my mind, but I tried to concentrate on searching for the book instead. Finding a way out of the loop was just as important, if not more so. I knew that, and I already did try to focus, but... Oh, this is so irritating. 60% of these shelves search and still nothing. Maybe it really isn't here. Don't say that. It's here. It has to be. How could you be so sure? Instinct. That's all? Don't underestimate my instincts. So it's somewhere in the 40% we haven't checked yet. I hope you're right. Hope has nothing to do with it. What if it isn't here? What? No. What are you going to do if it's not here? How will you take responsibility for that? It's not making any sense. What am I even supposed to say here? Anyway, I'm done for today. Go do whatever you want until tomorrow. Having reached her limit, Hideko stormed out, the clacking of her heels echoing down the halls as she went. What was that all about? I decided to ignore Hideko's weird outburst for now. It was probably just the stress of the last few days getting to her. It'd be evening soon. After getting my thoughts in order, I headed out like usual. What should I do with the rest of my day? I still couldn't take my mind off the Kako-G problem, but it was like Hideko said, there was nothing we could do. I need to make finding the book my first priority. Who knows? Maybe I'll come up with a way to deal with Kako-G while I'm searching. I got into bed and let the tide of sleep wash over me. Within a few minutes, I was out like a light. Day 28. Oh, you're late, you blithering half-wit. Can't I at least take my time over breakfast? Just get to work. I don't want to waste time talking. We've got 40% of the library still to check. That metempsychosis book has to be in here somewhere. Give it your all and find it. Yes, ma'am. Before I could reply, Hideko disappeared into the upper part of the room. Her eyes had looked bloodshot. She was just as stressed out today as she had been yesterday. I didn't want to think about how she'd react if we didn't find the book today. Not wanting to let that happen, I plunged into the search, trembling with a kind of desperate determination. The day wore on, and the moment I'd been dreading finally arrived. Uh-oh. No, I can't take this anymore. I'm gonna burn all these books to ashes. Whoa, calm down, Hideko. We've still got like 30% to go. We still have a chance of finding it in... No. We've been searching for days and there's still no sign of it. It's not in here. We won't know that for sure until we've checked it out. Checked it all. Somewhere along the way, our roles had been reversed. How did that happen? We'll just have to order it online. I don't think they deliver out here. Then what do we do? If we can't find that book, we'll be stuck in this loop forever. I'm going back to my room. Take the rest of the day off. Be seeing you. Hideko left, her eyes downcast. Unlike yesterday, she didn't seem angry or stressed so much as emotionally exhausted. Poor girl. It was evening. It was evening? It's afternoon. It was evening. I still had some free time left. I went back to my room to center myself, then headed out. What should I do now? Reflections on imprecatory metempsychosis is still a no-show. Is it in the library or not? We've come too far to give up now. I'll see the search through to the very end. Will Hideko be there tomorrow? I still had some fears and doubts in my mind, but they all faded into the background as I drifted off to sleep. We should ask Shion to help us look. Day 29. After breakfast, I made my way to the library. Somebody else was there already. They had their back to me, but it was clearly a girl with long dark hair. Hey, Hideko, good to see ya. At the sound of my voice, she turned around, but it wasn't Hideko. Good morning, Mr. Sumino.
Huh?
Ava? What are you doing here? Studying. I thought it would be useful if I knew more about your culture and customs. How about you? There was a chance she knew something about the book I needed. It wouldn't do any harm to ask anyway. Have you ever heard of a book called Reflections on Imprecatory Metempsychosis? Ava thought for a moment, then shook her head. No, I haven't. I'm sorry.
Huh?
That's too bad. I don't suppose you know anything about time loops? Yes, I know all about them. What? It's where young men and women go wild together in a swimming facility after dark with colorful lights everywhere. It's an evening of debauchery and hedonism, isn't that right? Whoa, where did you learn that? That's a night pool, not a time loop. You got the last word backwards. What? You got the last word backwards? Pool, time pool. How did she get night out of that? Clearly Ava didn't know anything that could help me. Well, I must be going. I have to give Miss Otsutsuki a massage later. Why am I not surprised? Please excuse me. As soon as Ava left the room, someone else appeared from behind the stacks.
Huh?
Hideko? How long have you been there? A while. I skipped breakfast and came here first thing this morning. So you heard me talking just now? Of course. You should be more careful. Mentioning the loop could have unintended consequences. The loop and Cryptoglobin are connected, so I thought Ava might know something about it. But she didn't. Leaking information to her only makes things riskier for us. I just asked about them in general. I didn't tell her we were stuck in one. It should be fine. Hideko furrowed her brow. Fine. Let's just get started on our work for today. Right. Reflections on Imprecatory Metempsychosis. Here we come. I feel like I'm mispronouncing the middle word. However, things are starting to look bad, aren't they? Yeah, I'd say we've searched around 80% of what's here. There's 20% to go. What if we ask the others for some help? How are we supposed to explain what we're doing without telling them about the loop or our parallel leap? Maybe it's time we did tell them. Did you forget what I told you back on day 11? Telling them practically guarantees the worst possible outcome. I've lived through 146 loops, and there's never been a single exception. We're on our own then. Yes, we'll have to hope for the best from this remaining 20%. Break time. Hideko and I left the library and I went back to my room. Part of me wanted to keep searching for it right up until nighttime, but I knew that wouldn't be practical. I had to strengthen bonds with my other teammates if we were going to work together effectively. Guess I should go find someone to hang out with. After a little mental cleanup, I headed out on my rounds like usual. We'll probably finish our search of the library in another 2 days. If we still haven't found the book after that, then I'll deal with that when the time comes. I tried not to think about what the future might hold and counted sheep until I fell asleep. Day 30. We were approaching the worst case scenario. It wasn't a sure thing just yet, but the little hope we had was dwindling away rapidly. Evening had already arrived. Hideko and I stopped searching for books and regrouped. The seconds ticked by in silence. She didn't have to say anything. I knew what she was thinking. Don't worry, I'm sure it'll be the last 10%. You really think so? Yes, absolutely. My words didn't do a lot to reassure her. She turned to me with a weary expression like she was carrying the weight of the world on her shoulders. Takumi, do you believe in miracles? I wasn't prepared for a question like that. I had no idea how to answer it.
I think if you keep believing in something for long enough, you can make it happen. You can absolutely overcome any obstacle in your way. I don't know if that counts as a miracle or not, but it's good enough for me.
Did you steal that line from someone? It's far too philosophical for a servant like you.
Oh.
At least that's what I'd usually say, but I'm not in the mood for it today. What? Alright, I've decided. I'll believe you.
Huh?
In miracles? No, not miracles. What I want to believe in is... Hideko stared at me intensely. I froze up, gulping nervously, and then... That was a close one. I was about to start spouting corny lines myself. It could have been my imagination, but it looked like Hideko was blushing just a little. All we can do now is push through to the end. The day after tomorrow, that is. The day after tomorrow? Tomorrow is no good. We have other plans, remember? Oh, of course, it's gonna be day 31. Exactly. That means we can leap again. Where are we going this time? I haven't decided yet. Let's talk about it tonight. Okay. See you after dinner. In the usual place. Sounds good. Parted ways with Hideko and returned to my room before heading out on my usual rounds. Hey, Hideko. I noticed something on my device earlier. Take a look. I showed her the screen. It was currently displaying the map of the different timelines. This is the Hunt mystery route. What about it?
Huh?
Kako-G leapt to this timeline on day 24, right? Then it splits into the Hunt and mystery lines on day 25. All this time we've been fixated on just one of those branches, the mystery timeline. It's only natural since our goal's been to prevent the murders that happen there. That's right, and as I've told you several times now, it's been locked, so we can't leap there anymore. Yeah, I know. But putting the murders aside for a moment, what if we focus on catching Kako-G instead? I see. There's still another branch she exists in that hasn't been locked. Right. We just have to leap to the Invader Hunt timeline. Where do you suggest we find her? The two of us snuck out of the school and headed towards the lab. Everything looks good. The Hunt timeline has been blocked off. Hadn't been blocked off. So we can leap there? Yes, but not right now. The blood space waves won't be at their peak until tomorrow afternoon at 1:50 p.m. At least we know that, and we have a real chance of catching Kako-G now.
We still won't be able to do anything about the murders in the mystery timeline.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean we should just let her run wild in the other one, does it?
You're right. We should treat her and get rid of that Gi parasite in her head. There's another thing too. But bear in mind, it's only a theory. I think the sponsor behind the Invader Hunt killing game is probably Kako-G too.
The first one. Oh. Because there's two sponsors. Oh, Ato's the successor.
She's the one who set it up so everyone would have to kill each other?
It would make sense, wouldn't it? There's no one else who'd be in a position to mastermind it.
So if we stop her in that timeline, we can stop the killing game from happening.
Sounds like we've decided on our destination. Yeah! Tomorrow, we're leaping to the Invader Hunt timeline. Hideko, I want to ask you something about the Hunt timeline. I don't have any memories of it. What exactly happened there? Like I said, we were forced to participate in a killing game called the Invader Hunt. Right, I do remember the name. It appeared on the blackboard on day 25 of the Hunt Mystery Timeline.
Huh?
And there was also a tape recorder left on the teacher's desk. It had a message that mentioned it too. But that's all I know. I must not have gotten my memories back yet.
Oh.
To put it simply, we were offered a chance to participate in the game. The Hunt timeline is what happened when you agreed to it. But then the Invader Hunt took place. But what about after that? What actually happened during the game? I don't really know either. My memory of it ends on day 30. Why? Because... Hideko let out a deep sigh. Day 30 is the day I was killed. That's right. Day 31. That afternoon, Hideko and I made our way to the lab once more.
Oh.
That does it for the settings. Now we just need to put on our suits and wait. Hey, how exactly are we going to treat Kako-G? The same way we did Takumi-G. But I thought Takumi-G only had Gi data inside him. The Gi didn't physically travel back in time when the loop reset, but it's different with Kako-G. She's from the Box of Calamity timeline where an actual Gi parasite crawled into her brain. True, that's why when we catch her, the first thing we'll do is cut off her head. Huh? Don't look at me like that. We'll bring her back afterwards, but that's not all we'll do. If we revive her right away, the record of her brain inside the Revive-O-Matic will still include the Gi data. It'll reconstruct her neural pathways the way they are now, making it the same as if she were still possessed. Kinda like what happened with Takumi-G. That's right. Hence why we'll treat her in the same way. With the repair program on the thumb drive? It made sense, but did we really have to cut off her head first? I pushed aside my gloomy thoughts and got into my suit. Hideko did the same. Remember, this timeline is basically uncharted territory. Neither of us know what's going to happen there, so... I know, we have to be careful, and I will be, don't worry. And just like that, it was time. 1:50 p.m. on the dot. Here we go. Hey, aren't these suits gonna make us stand out? It would be even worse if we took them off, especially for me. Oh, right, the you from this timeline is already dead. If anyone saw me walking around alive again, they'd probably burn me like they did to witches in the Middle Ages. Guess we'll just have to be extra careful not to get caught.
No.
I agree. Let's get going. We made our way to the unmarked room on the first floor, the one we called the capsule room. We should be safe in here. Back in Steady Fundamental, this is where we put Eito, but I guess not in this timeline. Oh, Eito is still in the SF route. He's just not in the cage because he knows how to get out. Got it. What's our plan from here? First and foremost, we need information to help us pin down Kako-G's whereabouts. Just then, the unthinkable happened. The door opened and somebody stepped into the room. It was the me from this timeline, Takumi 4. Takumi 4, you need to take a nap. When he moved fast. He spun around and ran for the door. I couldn't let him escape. I dove forward and barely managed to stop him.
Hey! Let me go!
Takumi 4 struggled to get out from under me. Naturally, in terms of strength, we were equally matched. Gravity was on my side, though. I had him pinned down for the moment. But it would only be a matter of time before he threw me off. I had to do something. I had to keep him from getting away. Just as I was at my wit's end. Nap time. Hideko drew close and with the voice changer in her helmet activated, whispered something to the other me. We have nothing to do with the invader hunt. All at once, the fight seemed to go out of Takumi 4. A few moments later, he lost consciousness completely.
Whew. Good thing I brought this anesthetic.
But you won't bring your infuser or a Sharpie?
You've been walking around with that stuff this whole time?
Yes, I carry it as a kind of lucky charm.
How strong is it? How long do we have?
This batch is pretty strong. He'll probably be out for, 12 hours or so.
We carried the unconscious Takumi forward to one of the capsules and stowed him inside it. What now? With Takumi 4 inside that capsule, everyone will think he's gone missing. We don't want them to come looking for him. Fortunately, I have a plan. You want me to take Takumi 4's place and get information out of everyone? Don't act like you don't want to. You've already taken off your leap suit. What are you gonna do, though? I'll stay here. I need to keep an eye on Takumi 4. But remember, our time here is limited. We need to leap back by 5:10 p.m. It's probably best if we leave the school by 4. Have you got that? It was already 3:20 p.m. That only gave me 40 minutes. I hurried out the door and got to work. I couldn't find anyone on the first or second floors. Finally, I got to the third floor and charged into the rec room. What is everyone doing in here?
What do you mean? Where have you been, Takumi?
Kako! My heart almost leapt right out of my chest, but then I realized my mistake. This wasn't Kako G. I could tell by the look in her eyes.
Is something wrong?
No, I'm fine. It's nothing, really. I brushed her off and took another look around the group. There were 9 of them here in total. I said everyone a moment ago, but we were still missing some members. Eito, Gaku, Darumi, Kurata, Ava, and Hideko 4 were nowhere to be seen. Of them, there were 2 whose absences I couldn't explain. Hey, where's Darumi? She still hasn't opened her eyes. And Kurata?
Takumi, what's wrong with you?
If this is a joke, it's not funny. Kurata, she refused to take part in the game, and Takumaru trailed off. Everybody looked heartbroken. Didn't take a genius to figure out what had happened. She'd been killed by the Invader Hunt's mysterious sponsor, by Kako G. We all figured we couldn't stay depressed about it forever.
So we decided to have a memorial in here tonight.
Not just for Kurata, but Gaku and Hideko and the others, too. Now that the Killing Game or Invader Hunt or whatever is over, we can finally take some time to grieve. Wait, what? I know we've had our differences in the past, but it's time to put them behind us. Wait a minute, what do you mean the game is over? Everyone looked at each other in confusion. Seriously, man, what's up with you today? The sponsor died this morning, remember? They died? Yep. Burnt to a crisp by undying flames. You were right there with us when it happened.
They were wearing that curious suit with the big helmet. So we never managed to figure out who they really were.
But they're dead and gone now. That much is obvious.
Their body was burned away completely. There was nothing left of them afterwards.
They screamed in this really weird way at the end. It sounded kind of like... Gee.
Yep, that's Kako G. So yeah, game's over. You really don't remember any of that? I was more confused than ever now, but I didn't want to let it show and make things worse. I did my best to smile and sound at least halfway normal. Oh yeah, of course. I remember now. I hit my head in the hallway a while back, and things have been a little fuzzy since then. I don't think they bought my excuse, but no one called me out on it either. I needed to get back to Hideko and tell her about this. I pulled out my device and checked the time. 4:02 p.m.? Okay, I have to go now. Oh man, I'm feeling dizzy all of a sudden. Guess I'm not fully recovered yet. Sorry, but I think it's best if I call it a night here. See you tomorrow, guys. I made my excuses and headed for the door, but never made it that far. In my rush, I lost my footing and my head slammed into the ground. Weirdly, I didn't feel any pain. Because before I could even feel it, my consciousness suddenly faded away. Oh no, are we stuck here now? Day 32. I woke up suddenly, sitting bolt upright. The first thing I did was check my device. The time was 4:27 p.m. The date. Day 32? I've been knocked out for a whole day, which meant I'd also missed the window to leap out of this timeline. This is bad. I have to go find Hideko. I got on my feet and opened the door. But before I could leave, someone else came charging in. It was Tsubasa. She looked tense and jittery. She was clearly worried about something. Talk to me here. Hey, you look fine. In that case, come with me. It's an emergency. I didn't get a chance to say no or even ask where we were going. Tsubasa just dragged me along with her. Eventually, we stopped outside a door on the first floor. The gym? I haven't told the others about this yet, but you're the captain, so I figured you should be the first to know. Tsubasa got up on the stage and walked towards the corner of the room. I followed her. She stopped and knelt down to open a trap door in the floor. I already knew it was there. I remembered it from the mystery timeline. This leads to the escape pod storage, right? Good, sounds like you haven't forgotten everything. Apparently Takumi 4 knew about it too. Come on, there's something I need to show you. She disappeared into the darkness. As I climbed down after her, I had a bad feeling about what might be waiting for me down there. Finally, we reached the bottom. I looked around and... Hey, what's the matter? Aren't you shocked about this? Honestly, I wasn't. I'd seen the exact same thing happen in another timeline after all. But it would seem unnatural for me to be too calm. I had to put on some kind of act. Whoa, what the heck? The escape pod's been totally wrecked. Right? This is really, really bad, right? Looked like I was in the clear. I wasn't much of an actor, but actually surprised that actual surprise I could handle. Not that it even mattered right now. Even if I'd seen it happen before, the escape pod being put out of commission was still a serious matter. You know what did this, Tsubasa? Yeah, I just got through analyzing the damage before I came to see you. Let me explain. The corrosion's been caused by something called particle bacteria. It erodes matter on a molecular level, so it's invisible to the naked eye until the damage starts to show. The bacteria eats away at metal to grow stronger. Actually, I'm not sure if eat is the right word. Technically, it's more like the energy released during the oxidization process allows its cells to reproduce. Don't be fooled by the bacteria part of the name. It's not really alive, just a chemical substance. That said, we're talking about something that randomly occurs in quantum level space, so there's not a lot we know about it. This was new information. I guess that's because we found the pod in the mystery timeline. Tsubasa wasn't there to investigate it. Like I said, this is really, really bad. I mean, with the pod in this condition, we won't be able to get away when the final attack launches on day 100. That means on day 100 we'll be wiped out too. Tsubasa gulped and nodded. Can you repair it? Not the way it is now. I'll have to get rid of the particle bacteria first. Is that possible? Tsubasa took out a photograph and showed it to me. Yeah, but I'll need some of this QB liquid. It's the only thing that can purge the bacteria. I have no idea where to find it, though. What about the biolab? I looked in there already. This is rare stuff. I don't think there's a single vial of it in the whole school. At this point, the only thing we can do is search around in the ruins outside and hope for the best. Tsubasa and I went our separate ways for now. Once she was out of sight, I hurried back to the capsule room. The moment I got inside, I was greeted with a yell so loud it hurt my ears. You're late. What in the world have you been doing all this time, you hopeless nitwit?
Huh?
I'll explain everything, but first, where's Takumi for? I got bored of him and decided to pluck out every single hair on his body. I'm kidding. He's still in the capsule. He did wake up at one point, but I gave him another dose to put him under again.
Huh?
All that anesthetic can't be good for him. Now you were about to explain why you've been keeping me waiting? If I'm not satisfied with your excuse, I'll twist your body into a double helix. I didn't want that to happen, obviously. I proceeded to give Hideko a full, dramatic reenactment of what I'd experienced the day before. I see. So the sponsor is dead and they screamed "Yee" when they died. I think it's safe to assume it was Kakoji. No one else in this timeline could possibly be infected. That's too bad. We've come all this way and now we won't be able to cure her. Hideko sighed. I couldn't see her face, but she sounded thoroughly demoralized. I could understand why. Kako may have been possessed, but she was still our friend, and now she was gone. Not to mention, it was Hideko who'd sent her into this timeline to begin with. She was probably feeling guilty about all this. As for the escape pod, well, it's just like I told you. Particle bacteria. Haven't heard of that before. There's something I still don't understand. Why is the pod fine in all the other timelines? It's only the mystery timeline in this one where it's been corroded like that. There's probably a quantum theory explanation for that. When you look at the universe on the smallest possible scale, everything comes down to chance. The slightest change in a single atom's placement can lead to dramatic changes. It's impossible to predict how it will all play out. So the reason the particle bacteria didn't form in the other timelines is pure luck. It just so happened to occur here, but not anywhere else. Is that luck gonna affect the other timelines as well? Of course. Those changes are part of what creates the infinite parallel universes out there. What? Sorry, this is all too complicated for a peon like you to understand, isn't it? Let's get back to the more immediate problem. Right, if the pod is still out of action when the final attack launches on day 100, everyone here will die. I know this isn't our timeline, but I don't want to just abandon them. I feel the same. Let's see if we can find that QB liquid, but first... Looks like we made it. Yes, we're lucky our window to leap is still open. I've never known the blood space waves to remain this high for so long. Must be another quirk of quantum probability. Oh, we're not stranded. The time limit's getting closer, though. We need to get into our leap suits. Can't we take a little break? We've been running non-stop since we left the school. The next window's not until day 45. If we miss this chance, we'll have to stay here until then. Is that what you want? No, I know that, but... And there'll be an attack tomorrow. We need to be in steady fundamental to help them fight. I know, but we'll look for the QB liquid when we get the chance, right? No. We'll talk about this later. Come on, we've only got 5 minutes. I did as Hideko said and got into my leap suit while she set up the machine. And then... Alright, let's go home. Looks like we stayed out past our curfew again. We still made it back the day before a battle. C-Ray and Nigo can't complain about that. What are you gonna tell them? What are you gonna tell the others this time? Maybe we should lean into the rumors and say we really were making babies. Hidiko's face immediately went beet red. I'll let that slide since we need you for battle tomorrow, but next time you say something like that, you're getting the double helix treatment. She stormed off into the school, leaving me in the dust.
Huh?
QB liquid. Are we really gonna be able to find any? I gazed up at the starry night sky and sighed. Just one more thing to worry about. Day 33. That concludes your briefing on the enemy we'll be facing this time. Are there any questions? Pardon a mentally defective simpleton like me for asking, but if we know which days the enemy is going to attack, why don't we set up more traps and stuff to slow them down? Good grief, you really are a simpleton if you can't figure that out. If we do that, the invaders would know that we know that when they're coming, you see. And then they'd change up their strategy to try and throw us off. Before we know it, we wouldn't have a clue when they were going to attack or which commanders they'd be sending. In other words, we'd lose our biggest strategic advantage.
Aha!
Correcto mundo. That's why we've got to exercise a certain amount of subtlety. Hideko smirked. It had probably been her idea for C-Ray to tell everyone that. Oh, why do they have to attack so early anyway? That's actually a good question. They seem to attack at night or early morning a lot. I bet it's because they're jealous of my beautiful, healthy skin. You mean they're disrupting our sleep patterns in an attempt to undermine our skincare regime? You know what? Now it's personal. You actually care about your skin, Darumi. I'm surprised you can even breathe through all that makeup you slather on. Better than sweating like a pig inside that mask. The whole thing stinks like an unwashed jockstrap, you know. No, wait. My precious mask. Do not worry, Mrs. Suzuki. I do not detect any such body odors. Oh, that's a relief. There is a smell like defecation, though. That's even worse. Hey, Ava, about today's battle. I'll be joining you, of course. Are you really sure about this? Oh, you're not going to turn on us partway through or anything? It won't happen, I guarantee it. Miss Ava is a fully fledged member of our team now. You must trust her. Yes, please trust me, and we'll kill lots of those disgusting invaders together. As we were talking, the morning announcement played. It wouldn't be long now. Sure enough, a few seconds later.
Intruder alert! Intruder alert! Unauthorized personnel detected on school grounds. Defense mode initiated. All available troops prepare for battle immediately.
Okay, guys, let's do this. Special Defense Unit, move out.
Did you see, everyone? I'm killing these revolting invaders just like you.
Thanks, Ava. You helped us make it through the first wave without any major problems.
According to C-Ray, though, the real battle's still to come.
Yeah, we haven't seen the commander yet.
What was this one's name again?
I believe it was something like... Alan, get a clue?
Adamaku?
It's Adamaku!
Come on, guys, don't get distracted!
Stay strong, everyone.
Adam, get a clue? That's new.
How infuriating. How dare that bitch push me around. Who the hell does she think I am? I'm the great Adamaku, the paragon of hatred! You're all going down!
Adam with a shoe!
Adam with a shoe.
You know, rates of depression among shoe salesmen are higher than in any other industry.
Really?
That's not even a joke anymore. How sad.
I thought it was dentists.
Let's give the poor guy a break. Preferably a permanent one. Focus, guys! Here we go!
Phew! Looks like my chicken wing Majero drop did the trick. Are we naming our attacks now? So, what are we going to do with Aaron Take-A-Pew?
What are these nicknames?
Adamacu! We should kill him immediately.
Nah, ain't no point in that.
I agree. He is already vanquished.
He's not even moving anymore. He's totally dead, huh?
Don't let your guards down yet. There's still a chance she's going to show up again.
Hideko had barely finished speaking when it happened. A figure appeared on the battlefield like a bolt of lightning. They landed next to Adamaku's body, snatched it up, and threw it with all their might. It hurtled across the sky, flying in an elegant arc. Finally, it disappeared from view, landing somewhere outside the wall of fire. We watched it go, then turned our attention back to the new arrival. It was, of course...
Freshness.
So, you're still alive.
It will take more than a little firework like that to defeat me. I wasn't able to save Valagarzo and Zanshin's bodies from the blast, but we all have to make sacrifices.
The Undying Flame Bomb didn't kill Veshness in any of the other timelines. Hideko and I both knew that. But I'd been holding on to a vain hope that maybe things would be different this time. This timeline's explosive was supposed to be a lot stronger than the others after all. We really hadn't known for sure whether she would show up at the end of this battle or not. All we'd been able to do was tell everyone, via C-Ray of course, that it was a possibility.
C-Ray did warn us about this, so I'm not totally shocked. I'm still surprised, though!
Surprised, but not shocked?
Aren't they essentially the same thing?
Whoops, I pressed B instead of A. I think the whole team felt that way. They all seemed a lot less sure of themselves than they had a moment ago.
Don't despair, everyone. Let's kill this odious invader without delay.
You've betrayed us to side with the enemy, Ava. Have you forgotten our family pride?
Shut the hell up, you nasty bitch.
Whoa! Language, Ava!
I'm going to shove my hand so far up your ass, your back teeth will clatter.
Isn't that one of Moko's catchphrases? Sounded like the new and improved brainwashing process had made some interesting changes in Ava's vocabulary.
Have it your way. I'll just have to show you the kind of calamity that befalls traitors like you!
Bring it on, skank. I'll break open your head and suck your brains up through a bendy straw.
Oh my gosh, Ava! Veshness kicked off from the ground and transformed in midair. When she landed, the ground trembled underneath us.
You guys, this is your first time fighting her, right?
Huh? Of course! Why are you even asking? Yeah, what do you mean, our first time?
Almost sounds like you fought her before, Takumi.
I had a dream, premonition even.
No, of course I haven't. How could I? At any rate, she's really strong. I assume. So be careful.
Thanks for making me even more nervous.
Don't worry. We can win if we all work together.
Yeah, ain't nothing to it but to do it.
Kill. Kill. Kill!
Bow down!
We did it! We won!
Curious. She wasn't nearly so formidable as I was expecting.
Ding dong, the bitch is dead.
Oh my
the Special
god!
Defense Unit comes out on top again.
What was the programming in this machine? She is absolutely savage.
Curse you!
Oh no! She's still alive!
Of course I am. If your bomb didn't kill me, what makes you think your little guns and swords could? I have to compliment you, though. I never thought you'd give me this much trouble.
How about you surrender now and make it easier on yourself?
Fools! I can't die yet. I will win this war, even if I have to violate the teachings to do it. What? Farewell, for now.
With that, Veshness was gone.
Phew.
We did it! Go us!
You're light years too soon to take us on, loser!
But don't light years measure distance.
Don't sweat the details. It's all about sounding cool.
Looks like we won again!
There's only one thing left to do.
Yeah, let's do it!
1, 2...
Special Defense Unit! Best in the world! Indestructible and undefeated! Never lose! Never yield! Special Defense Unit, fight on!
Everyone was in a good mood, but Veshness's words still haunted me, even if I have to violate the teachings. Was this timeline's version of her ready to start absorbing Cryptoglobin now? It was an unsettling thought, but I didn't want to ruin everyone's fun.
Oh, I'll worry about this later.
I pushed aside those worries and joined the others in celebrating our victory. Day 34. Immediately after I heard the usual morning announcement, Yugamu rushed into my room. Talk to me, it's an emergency. Come with me. What happened? I ran down the hall with Yugamu until we arrived at the parking lot. I rushed over to where everyone was standing only to see... Who set the bus on fire? Everyone else was already there. We all stood stunned in front of the school bus, which had somehow become rusted and corroded. Oh, the bacteria! Nigo and I were the first to find it. We were patrolling the school early this morning when we saw it. Then we went to wake up Shizuhara, Koana, and Omikage. We chose these three because they seem to have plenty of knowledge of physics and chemistry. They got to work in analyzing the corrosion. And we called you all here because we figured out the cause. What is it? I had a bad feeling about this. It felt awfully similar to something I'd seen before. I'll explain what we found out. The cause of the corrosion lies with something called particle bacteria. I knew it. The same thing that ruined the escape pods in the Hunt and Mystery timelines. It had showed up in this timeline too. But why? I caught Hideko's eye and she nodded. We'd talk about this later when we were alone. Tsubasa continued her explanation. The details were exactly the same as what she told us in the Hunt timeline. I don't really get what you're saying, but I can tell we're in a world of trouble. You've got that right. So far, we've only found damage here in the parking lot, but if we leave it like this, the particle bacteria will spread in no time. Then all the metal in the school will be reduced to rusted scrap. Everyone was lost for words. I could hear gasps from a few of them. We've implemented some countermeasures, so things aren't gonna fall apart just yet. Countermeasures? We increased the air pressure in all school facilities, excluding the parking lot. That means we don't have to worry about air flowing from the low-pressure atmosphere of the parking lot to the high-pressure atmosphere of the rest of the school. Using this method, we'll be able to prevent the damage from spreading for another 9 days. 9 days? But But how are we supposed to get rid of this particle stuff? In response to Takemaru's question, Tsubasa produced a photograph.
Huh?
We'll need some of this. QB liquid. It's the only thing that can purge the bacteria. Only problem is we have no idea where to find it.
What about the biolab?
I know every chemical in that place. There's nothing like that there.
Huh?
That's right. We're not gonna find it in the school. It's so incredibly rare, you may not even find it outside in the city ruins.
Don't worry. I know what we have to do.
Basically, we have to find this QB liquid within 9 days, right? But is that even possible? We'll have to make it possible. We'll be in lethal levels of trouble if you don't find it.
Yeah! No probs. We'll figure something out.
Yeah, let's all split up and get to searching. The enemy would strike again on day 47, so there wasn't any issue with us leaving the school unattended for a while. But just in case of any unexpected attacks, we decided that 8 of the team would remain at the school. The remaining 7 of us went out to search the ruins, but we're not getting anywhere.
There's no sign of it here.
We didn't find anything either.
This is driving me crazy.
I told you it wouldn't be easy to find. At any rate, it's already nighttime. Yeah, let's get back and try again tomorrow. We returned to the school and reported our results, or lack thereof, to the defense team. Our friends who'd been guarding the school were disappointed for a moment, but they shrugged it off. It's fine. We still got 8 days left, right?
You'll be sure to find it if you just keep looking patiently.
Nobody seemed too discouraged by the situation. We had a late dinner and went our separate ways. Eventually, everybody returned to their rooms. Everybody except for me and Hideko, that is. Why is this happening? Why is the bacteria here in this timeline too? I told you, didn't I? The particle bacteria emerges depending on quantum luck. It's an entirely fickle phenomenon that plays by its own rules. There is no sense in trying to reason it out. Let's focus on what we're going to do from here on, namely finding the QB liquid.
Huh?
Do you have any ideas? Hideko listlessly shook her head. Either way, we're in trouble. Our class weapons will be fine, but our electronics, traps, the escape pod, anything made of metal. All of it will end up falling apart, even the machines in the defense room that holds Shion's real body. Which means... Exactly. At this rate, we're all going to die. Yeah. Day 35. Just like the day before, we split up into a group of 7 to explore and 8 to defend the school. Hideko and I were part of the exploration team. We spent all day going from place to place in search of QB liquid. But in the end, we had nothing to show for it. We gave up on the search for now and decided to pick it up again the next day. Bummer. Day 36. We decided to switch out the members of the search and defense teams randomly each day. Today I ended up in the defense team. After breakfast, I sent off the exploration team with a few words of encouragement. After that, I went back to my room. What should I do now? Should I go back to looking for that book? Reflections on Imprecatory Metempsychosis? No, that probably wasn't the right move for today. My mind was so preoccupied with the particle bacteria, I doubted I could focus. Still, I can't just sit around staring at the ceiling. The others staying at the school were Takemaru, Nozomi, Yugamu, Kiyoshika, the Tsukumo twins, and Ava. I decided to go see what they were all up to. At night, I met up in the schoolyard with the exploration team who had returned from their trip. Their disappointed faces told me all I needed to know. But I still had to ask, just in case.
Huh?
How did it go? They weakly shook their heads. That's too bad. 6 days left. Slowly but surely, our time was running out. They'll find it. I know they will. After dinner, I headed for the usual spot behind the school at Hideko's request.
Huh?
What did you want to talk about? Today is day 36. That reminded me of something. Do you remember what happened on day 36 in the Box of Calamity timeline? I sifted through my memories. If I remember right, Eito used the parallel leap machine to jump to another timeline. That's right, but in the end, we never found out which one he jumped to.
Huh?
Are you saying you figured it out now?
Oh.
No, it's not that, but something about it still bothers me. That reminds me, Eito escaped from his cage back then, too. His method was different this time around, though. In the Box of Calamity timeline, someone broke the lock to the cage for him. Someone? If you don't remember, it's for the best. What? At any rate, he used a different plan here in this timeline. He managed to escape the cage all by himself. The moment I heard those words, I remembered something I'd heard.
Sir Eito requested that I close the drain.
Well, it's true! I opened the valve for the fountain in the courtyard all the way! The whole courtyard was soaked, like it had been doused by a sprinkler or something.
I did give Eito something made of rubber. Sturdy rubber balloons. About 100 of them, actually.
So that's what happened.
Eito used the same method Ava did in the mystery timeline.
Yeah, probably because Eito was X and told Ava how to do it. Oh wait, no, that's not true. Wait. I'm getting my days mixed up again. Wrong timeline. You're just realizing that now? Well, it took me a while to connect the dots myself. On day 9, I remembered the way Ava escaped in the mystery timeline. Do you remember when you suggested putting Eito back in the cage after he escaped? At that point, I was suddenly assaulted by a violent headache. I suddenly remembered what happened in the mystery timeline. That's why I said what I said.
Not that cage. We have to put him somewhere else.
As soon as Hideko finished talking, I took off running.
Where do you think you're going?
I could hear her calling after me. I responded without turning around.
I'm going to confirm something with Eito.
Confirm what?
Isn't it obvious? SAD! The scandalous Atsuki disappearance.
Why do you keep giving everything code names with weird acronyms?
Fine. I don't know what you're up to, but I'm going with you.
SAD stands for Seasonal Affective Disorder for me. What are you two doing? It's almost time for bed. Couldn't you get any sleep? Did you come here so I could read Snow White to you? Unfortunately, I don't have any fairy tales. Shut up. I'm here to ask you something. Oh, really? You got out of that cage by yourself, didn't you? That K person you said unlocked it for you doesn't really exist. What are you babbling about, Takumi? The bottom part of that animal pen wasn't secured in place. It's just a heavy iron cage mounted on a base. Still, it weighs 1 ton. It's not something anyone could move with their bare hands. That's why you came up with the idea of using buoyancy. The courtyard can be sealed airtight. If the drain was sealed off and the fountain valves was wide open, the courtyard would be full of water in a matter of hours. And what would happen if there were 100 inflated 10-liter balloons in the cage when that happened? Archimedes' principle states that upward buoyant force is equal to the weight of displaced water. 100 balloons that hold 10 liters each makes 1,000 kilograms, 1 ton of upward force. This cancels out the weight of the cage and reduces it to near zero. You'd barely need to use a single finger. You were easily able to lift the cage with just the slightest effort. That's how you escaped. On hearing my explanation, Eito broke out into a bright grin. Bravo! What a brilliant deduction, detective. There's no reason for me to hide anything now that you've figured that much out. Then tell us, why did you invent this K person? To sow distress and discord, naturally. And why did you go to the infirmary after escaping? To destroy the Revive-O-Matic. Without that, you'd all be in a tough spot, wouldn't you? Listening to him was making my blood boil. You haven't changed at all. You're still a liar, a traitor, an untrustworthy scumbag. Oh, I feel so terribly wounded. Maybe it would make me feel better if I told everyone about your little trips through time. Apologize. On your hands and knees, put that low, slopping forehead of yours on the ground. Sloping? Sloping? Slopping? I'm getting that pronunciation wrong. Then scream about how sorry you are, with tears streaming down your face. Do that and I might forgive you. I drew my hand back to lash out, but Hideko caught it before I could. Come on, we'll only waste our time talking to him. Oh, you're going? That's too bad. I happen to be aware of some valuable intel that you might be interested in. Valuable? Intel? But I won't say a word until I get that apology. See you around, friends. Good night. Eito turned and vanished into the capsule. He's bluffing. Don't pay him any mind.
Huh?
Yeah, you're right. Let's get out of here. So ended day 36. I didn't think about Eito again for a while after that. Really? After he said he had juicy intel? That would keep me up all night. Day 37. We spent the entirety of the day searching for QB liquid. Unfortunately, our search didn't turn up anything, and time flew by without any mercy. The morning of day 38 was upon us without so much as a hint of a lead. Day 38. You would just torture him? I'm sure Yugami would have a field day with that idea.
Troops!
Okay, catch you guys later. Be careful out there. Or don't. Be as reckless as you want. We only have 5 days left. That's right. Don't hesitate to make sacrifices. Do whatever it takes to find that QB liquid and bring it back to the school. Make sacrifices? If we die outside the wall, we can't come back. He's telling us he doesn't care if it comes to that.
That's so heartless. I won't let that comment slide.
C-Ray can say whatever he wants. It doesn't mean we have to agree.
Right. Your biggest priority is making it back in one piece. That is an order. Understood?
I'm so grateful for your words of encouragement. Yes, we should go now. Am I part of the search team? After seeing off the exploration team, the rest of us went our own ways. That's a no. I always end up coming back to my room. Is this just in my nature? Well, whatever. 7 people were on guard duty, not counting myself, Kurata, Gaku, Shoma, Moko, Darumi, Tsubasa, and Hideko. I decided to go see what they were up to. The exploration team came back late. It was already past 10 p.m. when we saw them. What were you guys doing? I was worried. Yeah, sorry about that. Well, did you find anything? All 7 members of the exploration team grinned upon hearing her question. Don't tell me.
You found the QB liquid?
No, we weren't quite that successful.
But we got something else instead.
An important piece of information. What information? We were searching around some buildings a long way from here. And we happened upon a platoon of enemies making camp. Of course, we hid ourselves right away. Those clowns never saw us, but we overheard their leader talking to someone through their wireless comms.
And we heard them mention the particle bacteria.
The exploration team excitedly continued their tale. They'd learned something from the platoon leader's conversation. A few days ago, at an enemy base, the relay station we'd been to in another timeline, there was a particle bacteria outbreak. They quarantined the corroded areas but couldn't stop the spread completely. That was why that platoon had been sent out to that cluster of buildings to look for a way to combat the bacteria. The last thing we heard the leader say was, "We've secured the QB liquid." I've already sent it to the relay station. It should arrive any minute now.
Oh.
So you're saying...
Aha!
There's QB liquid at the enemy base?
The exploration team nodded with smiles on their faces. Just then, C-Ray and Nigo showed up.
Hooray!
Surprise! We heard everything. What an incredible feat. And you all made it back in one piece. Your commanding officer is just so happy you're all okay. Quit it with that, man. Anyway, I know we only just got this news, but I need you to go immediately.
Huh? Go where?
Isn't it obvious? The enemy relay station.
Of course, we can't very well leave the school empty. You never know when there might be a surprise attack.
Those of you who went out today should stay here. You're probably exhausted after all that walking. Wait a minute. I get why the defense team should be the ones to go, but... You really mean right now?
Yum, yum, yum.
You're darn right I do. If you don't go now, you won't make it in time. Even by bus, it takes about 8 hours to get to the base. And we make it even if we left tomorrow. We still have 4 days left anyway. I think you're forgetting something very important, Maruko. The school bus. Right now, it's...
Oh, dang, we can't use the bus because of that particle stuff.
Exactly. That's why we need the defense team to set off now. Preferably sprinting.
You want us to run when it would take the bus 8 hours?
You'll be fine. We're confident you can make the trip in a mere 32 hours.
32 hours?
Probably a day and a half. No biggie. Day 39. After taking a moment to rest our eyes, those of us assigned to the expedition team left for the base. There were 8 of us in all: Moko, Darumi, Shoma, Gaku, Tsubasa, Hirata, Hideko, and me. We were cautioned against using Tsubasa and Shoma's class weapons to make the journey easier. We'd be in for a fight when we got to the base, so we needed to preserve our hemoanima as much as possible. According to C-Ray and Nigo, class weapons weren't capable of that kind of extended use anyway. I would imagine it'd have a lot of strain on the body. Our only option was to run. Night fell. Dawn broke. And even as everything fell dark again, we just kept going. Maybe that was an exaggeration, but aside from some short breaks for food, we really did just keep running. An overwhelming amount of time passed, and before I knew it, it was the start of another day. Yikes. That's a lot of marathons. Day 40. Suddenly I realized the sky was light again. I must have fallen asleep while I was running. Everybody else seemed just as dazed, constantly moving their legs even as they grew limp and weak. Right as I opened my eyes, Hideko, who was leading the charge, called out, "We're here." We stopped and made our way to the top of a nearby hill to survey the situation. What we saw there was... You're tired for them? Me too! After some quick recon, we snuck into a nearby storm drain. It took me 42 minutes to do my 5K. 32 hours of running? That's like probably more than 32 kilometers. How much is a marathon? No, 32 times 5, Jess. That's 320 divided by 2, 160 kilometers. 26 miles? That's about 32 kilometers. 160 kilometers divided by 32 is like, what, five marathons? They ran 5 marathons? My math might be really off. Getting here was really tiring, wasn't it?
For real. Not even a real killing game could make me feel this close to death.
Can we rest for a sec? I can barely move a muscle. No, we don't have time.
You cold-blooded psycho. She's so eviler than a homicidal mastermind.
just to confirm, we're gonna fight the enemy in the base, right? Isn't that obvious? It's not like if we ask politely for their QB liquid, they'll just hand it over with a smile.
Huh?
You've all heard about the enemy intel, right?
Yeah! Right. Hideko told us on the way here.
Hideko had explained to everyone what she heard from C-Ray and the others. The name of the commander is Quenzele. He flies around in the sky, right?
So annoying. Not with my specialist skill on our side. I'll whip up some surface-to-air artillery and knock him down in one shot. The thing is, I'll have to start crafting it after he actually appears.
Huh?
Why? Can't you just make it now?
This particular weapon can only hold its shape for 5 minutes. After that, its internal pressure will cause it to explode.
I see. That makes complete sense then. One last thing. There's no revivals in this battle, so be careful.
Right, without the school bus, we'd never make it back to the infirmary in time.
Exactly. So if things look shaky, retreat immediately. Got it? Everyone nodded in silence. Their faces looked tense. Okay, guys, let's do this. Special Defense Unit, move out.
That battle was on easy mode.
Yeah, nothing to it.
I'll have you know I'm on standard.
It's not over yet. He's coming.
Him? It's Quinzele!
I am the paragon of repulsion, Quenzele. I'll be sure to make it agonizingly painful when I kill you. Go ahead, scramble for your ugly lives. You won't escape from me!
He's here. Just like a moth fluttering around a bonfire in summer. All right, cover me. I need to focus on crafting this artillery. Hello, Earth to peasants! Am I talking to myself here? It's an honor to be tasked with protecting somebody as noble as me.
Everybody, Kurata's right.
See? He gets it.
No, I mean, forget about honor or nobility or whatever. Just cover her.
Understood. Got it.
I think Gaku and Darumi share a brain cell.
It's set. Told you it wouldn't take long. And that's how a true lady slaughters her prey.
He freaking survived!
Naughty Kurara! You broke your promise! I never said this would kill him! I just said it would knock him down!
Less bickering, more fighting.
Okay, here goes.
The pain. It hurts. Why? Why would you do something so cruel?
You're asking us? And why do you?
Suddenly, Quenzele broke off and stared at something behind us, far off on the horizon.
Oh! A UFO!
No, don't fall for it!
Huh? Where?
I mean, kudos to the writers using a different thing to fool us with. Everyone turned to look. I was so caught up in the moment that I did too.
Huh? I don't see no UFO.
Don't tell me.
We turned back around, but it was too late. During those precious few seconds, the defeated commander had disappeared completely.
Did he?
Run away?
Yup.
Looks like it.
With that idiotic trick? Not even a kid would have fallen for that.
And yet, we did fall for it.
So you're saying we're dumber than a bunch of little kids.
I found it! It's here!
Shoma's voice echoed throughout the base. We all followed the sound.
Shoma, did you really find it?
Yeah, in a storage room in the back. And let's see it. At Gaku's urging, Shoma pulled it out from behind his back. No doubt about it. That's QB liquid.
Yahoo! We did it! We can use this to get rid of the particle bacteria, right?
Yep, completely and thoroughly. Good work, Shoma. Great work.
I didn't know you had it in you, Shoma.
Now we can take a break. I don't think so. We don't even have time to stand still, let alone sit down and rest. Can we at least just walk back and not run? Huh?
Oh?
We only have 2 days left. If it's gonna take us 32 hours to get back, we won't arrive until tomorrow night. And I'm assuming you're all too tired to run at the same speed as we did on our way here. That means we'll be racing against the clock. If we really push ourselves, we might make it by the morning after tomorrow. But... Silence, servant.
Servant?
Let's just get going. The others are counting on us. Hideko started making her way outside the base. The rest of us could only sigh. We are gonna sleep for an entire week after we deliver this.
That Hideko, it's just like I said.
She's a cold-blooded psycho, says everybody. With that, we all staggered after her. Oh, my legs hurt for them. Day 41. All we could do was drag our exhausted bodies back to the academy one step at a time. My consciousness was so hazy that I felt like I was running inside a nightmare. My legs were out of strength. I imagined they were just 2 withered ancient tree trunks attached to my body. Morning finally came. Sunset. And even as night came again, we never stopped. What we were doing by that point could hardly be called running. Even walking would have been too generous a description. My body felt like it wasn't mine anymore. It was like I was having an out-of-body experience. Suddenly, I heard a voice. The date is about to change. I had no idea who said it. For all I knew, I might have said it myself without realizing it. Feeling blurry and hazy, we crossed over into a new day. Day 42. Just like Hideko predicted, we finally arrived at the academy on the morning of day 42. You guys, I hardly know what to say in a situation like this. Welcome back just isn't enough. You've returned safely.
I was so worried that my heart almost broke.
Oh.
My dear sister and I prayed for you every day. Damn it, the hell is this? Some kind of salty shit coming out of my eyes? Me too. My eyes are squirting. The defense team all looked genuinely happy to see us back. We appreciated that, but... all we could muster was a dry laugh. So, what about the QB liquid? You found it, right? We dropped it halfway back, and it broke. Imagine. Tsubasa weakly lifted her arms to bring it out. Hey, nice work. I knew you could do it. Thank you so much, everybody. They showered us with applause, cheers, and praise. Smiles stretched across every face, and some even started leaping with joy. Now, Miss Kawana, I hate to ask you so soon after you return, but do you think you can get started on dealing with the bacteria? Tsubasa looked completely drained. Her hollow eyes stared into nothing as she answered. Fine, but I can't do it alone. I need everyone's help. Delegate, girl. Whew, looks like we made it in time. Good thing the school has replication machines. Thanks to that, we managed to synthesize a large quantity of undiluted QB liquid. We divided the QB liquid among ourselves and sprayed it all over every last inch of the school. Of course, we gave the school bus in the parking lot a thorough going over as well. That should clear out the particle bacteria. There's no chance of it spreading now. But what about the bus?
Huh. It's still a corroded mess.
I guess I'll just have to figure something out. You gonna repair it? Yeah, I did this kind of thing plenty at Grandpa's garage. Oh, what a relief. And now, Kawana, if you don't mind, I need you to go take a nap. You need her to go take a nap. Someone kicked C-Ray as hard as they could before he could finish his demand. Oh! Honorable C-Ray, sir! Nigo ran over to comfort his fallen superior. Who would do such a thing? I looked around to find the culprit, only to see that everyone else was looking at me. Apparently I was the one who kicked him. It had all happened unconsciously. Sorry, C-Ray. I'm so tired I'm losing my sense of reason. C-Ray does not appear to be listening, I fear. Yeah, he's out like a light. Is everything okay? I mean, with you, Takumi? I've been running for 3 solid days. I need to sleep. Isn't the bomb inside you supposed to go off if you even lay a finger on C-Ray? It's probably fine. I agree. After all, Takumi might have laid something on him, but it wasn't a finger.
It was a foot.
Oh, technicalities. We got off on a technicality. After that, we immediately parted ways. The others headed back to their rooms, but Hideko lingered behind to speak to me. Oh, looks like we've solved our particle bacteria problem. In this timeline, anyway.
Huh?
Yeah, we should give some QB liquid to the Hunt timeline, too. The next time the blood space waves will be high enough is day 45. We'll be able to leap then, between 5 and 11 in the morning. It will still be a while until we can get to the Hunt timeline. I hope the damage hasn't spread too badly by then.
Oh.
Me too, but there's something else we have to do first. Are you talking about that metempsychosis book? We'll resume our search tomorrow. Tomorrow will probably be our last day, actually. Right, we only have like 10% of the books left to check. Hideko gave a firm nod. Well then, it's all in your hands. With that, she left and headed for her own room. I staggered and wobbled back to my room. When I lay my worn-out husk of a body down, I was greeted by an intense drowsiness. I have no idea what happened after that. A second later, I was completely unconscious. Good night, Takumi. Sleep well. You're gonna be so sore tomorrow. Day 43. It's evening, Takumi. How long do you plan on sleeping? You're too old to act like this.
Hey!
I'm literally a teenager. And in case you forgot, we ran 2 marathons, fought a battle in between, and had to hose the school down with QB liquid as soon as we got back. I'm dying from lack of sleep here. Keep it down. We're in a library. Who cares? Nobody's even here. I'm here. Are you blind or something? Didn't I just tell you to quiet down, smooth brain? You're yelling too. Oh, that was a very weak pant on my end. I'm so sorry. I'm glad to see you're doing okay. Same to you. After a short rest, Hideko spoke solemnly. Alright, let's get started. For real this time? Uh-oh. We spent what felt like an eternity there in the library, in silence. My head was empty, incapable of independent thought. We were just staring at the light of the lamp, dangling from the ceiling, transfixed. I had no idea how much time had passed, but then I heard the announcement. Silence washed over the cold, vast space once more. Neither of us said a word. We continued to stand there, stunned. After some time, Hideko finally spoke. Let's head back. I tried to answer, but my mouth was too dry to move.
Oh.
There's no sense in lingering. The book wasn't in here after all. It might be out there somewhere beyond the wall of fire, but I have no idea how we'd find it. There's no libraries or bookstores out there. It'd be like trying to find a needle in a haystack. Does that mean we're gonna have to give up on the book and find another way out of this loop? With that, Hideko slipped out of the room. I felt something dark in the pit of my chest. I couldn't even muster a sigh. Aww. Day 44. I wasn't over what happened yesterday. The black lump was still stuck in my chest, but we still had more than 50 days until day 100. We'd be sure to find a way to break out of the loop by then, right? I firmly reminded myself of this fact and decided to walk around the school like normal. The sun set and the scenery turned dark and dusky. A similar phenomenon was happening in my chest. I couldn't stop thinking about the loop. Was there really a way out of it? As I was mulling it over, I realized I wasn't alone. Hello?
Huh?
Ava? Did you need something? There's something I wish to report to you. Mr. Sumino, you said you were looking for a book called Reflections on Imprecatory Metempsychosis, correct?
Huh?
Yeah, I did. What about it? I think I may have figured it out. Where that book is, I mean. What? I was just talking to Mr. Ginzaki, and somehow we ended up on the subject of Mr. Atsuki. Yeah, Eito has been locked up in that room ever since day 9. Pardon my asking this, but is he doing all right? How is his emotional well-being? I give him meals regularly. He always seems the same as ever. He's actually pretty fond of that place. He told me it's quiet and relaxing. He even said it's perfect for reading. For reading? Yeah, I bring him books with his meals. He asked me for something to read, so I just grabbed a few from the library. Shoma, did you check out the book I was looking for? If I may ask, was there a book titled Reflections on Imprecatory Metempsychosis in your selection? Yes, there was. I remember it because of that weird, complicated title that I don't know if the player's actually saying properly. Why do you want to know? Ava, thank you! I gave her my short and sweet thanks before sprinting outside. That's the juicy intel he has. Hideko, come with me. What is it? I know where the book is. We thundered down the stairs, through the halls, and into the capsule room. Let me guess. You finally figured it out? Where did you put that book? I've got it right here. Eito pulled the book out of his jacket. I ripped it out of his clutches. I looked over the cover. There it was. The title I wanted to see for so long. Reflections on Imprecatory Metempsychosis. Unfortunately... What the? All of the pages are ripped out. Did you eat them? What happened to them? Do you know anything about goats? I've been told more than once that I look like one. Don't tell me. That's right. I ate them. You gave me so little food. I was so hungry I just couldn't help myself. Hideko and I searched the room from top to bottom. We even frisked Eito just in case he was hiding anything on him. But there wasn't so much as a single page. Not a single paragraph of the book remaining. What a brat! Call you Gamu? Let's surgically remove those pages, shall we? Did you read it? You did, didn't you? Why do you think I asked if you had finally figured it out? There was information relevant to our situation in there. You knew we'd show up for it eventually. Isn't that right? That's not all. I gave you a hint on day 36 as well. I happen to be aware of some valuable intel that you might be interested in. So there was information about the time loop in that book. Ato, tell us everything. What exactly was written in it? Have your hippocampi rotted away? I said I wouldn't tell you anything until you apologized to me. And not just Takumi. I'm including you too, Hideko. That's called joint liability. Why don't you two get on your knees, put your foreheads to the ground, and lick the floor while you grovel? We're so sorry, Ato. You don't deserve this. Then maybe, just maybe, there's no way we're doing any of that. Well then, I guess we're done here. You're gonna have to repeat these same pointless 100 days forever and ever. 100 years, 1,000 years. Doesn't matter. It'll just keep going for all eternity. Well, maybe that's not so bad if it's in its own way. It's the same as being immortal in a sense. On second thought, I'm actually a little jealous of you. So envious that I might have to sleep it off for a while. I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night. Sleep tight, you two. Day 45. I love how much I hate him. He's a villain that I love to hate. I love villains that I love to hate. It's time for torture. It was still before dawn. Hideko and I had come to the lab for the first time in a long time. Okay, I'm all done configuring the machine. Everything's ready. Now we just have to wait for 5 a.m. And the QB liquid? Got it right here. Ask Tsubasa to give me a little extra. By the way, what do we do about Ato? Are we gonna force him to tell us what he knows somehow? I'm sure Yugamu would have a field day. That would be a waste of time. Torture doesn't work on his type. Damn it! Then what do we do? Hideko wrapped her knuckles against her brow as she answered. Let's think on it. We still have time. And right now, we need to focus on the leap at hand. Our goal isn't anything too complicated this time. We just have to get the QB liquid to Tsubasa in the hunt timeline. But it's possible somebody might slip and crack his head somewhere along the line, isn't it? The next time the blood space waves will surge is day 50. There's a battle on day 47, so we can't afford to linger under any circumstances. Don't worry, I won't screw up like that again. Then go ahead and work your magic. 5 a.m. on the dot. Clad in our leap suits, we slammed the red button and jumped onto the platform. All right, let's go. It's light out. The morning announcement hasn't played yet, but someone might wake up early and come over here. Let's proceed with caution. Don't make a sound. Got it. First, we head for Takumi 4's room. I love how she just keeps bringing up the number. We're gonna end up with 21 Takumis. Huh? Shouldn't we go straight to Tsubasa? Looking like this, when she wakes up and screams in our faces, then what? But why do we need to go to Takumi 4's room? I need you to become Takumi 4 again. Then you can give the QB liquid to Tsubasa and explain how you got it. Explain it how? Just make something up. But if Takumi 4 wakes up while you're at it, we'll have a mess on our hands. That's why... You'll knock him out? We quietly infiltrated Takumi 4's room. He was still sleeping. Hideko sidled up to him and, with a reckless amount of force, stabbed him with a hypodermic needle.
Can't you be a little gentler when you do that? Even if he's from another timeline, he's still me.
I know. And that's why I did it like that. More importantly, change clothes and get to Tsubasa. I'll take your suit and head for the capsule room.
What do we do about him?
We leave him here and go. The anesthetic I used is more powerful than the one from last time. He'll be out for a whole day. We've got nothing to worry about.
So this explains the gap in our memory in this timeline. The math checks out. We stepped out of Takumi 4's room. I gave my leap suit to Hideko, who wished me luck and vanished inside the school. I watched her leave before I headed to Tsubasa's room. I rang the doorbell and Tsubasa opened the door, sleepily rubbing her eyelids. Oh, what is this? So early. Sorry, but I have something to give you. I pulled the QB liquid out of my pocket and handed it to Tsubasa. No way! This is QB liquid, but how? Where did you get this? Well, I snuck out to do some extra exploring last night and found it then. Huh? Where? Oh, geez, where was it again? It was so dark I couldn't really see. Well, whatever. What matters is we can use this to get rid of the particle bacteria. Thank you, Takumi. You're seriously the best. What a relief. Now we can all leave this place on day 100 too. Huh? What do you mean, all of you? Aren't you going to get in the pod with us? Oh, no, that's not what I meant. I was going to blow the lid off the whole operation if I kept talking. There was only one way out. Well, good luck with everything. Bye. I turned and tried to leave Tsubasa behind, but... Wait, aren't you gonna help? I have an errand I need to deal with. You can ask the others though, right? Wow, heartless much? I'm kind of offended. Maybe I'll just disable the shower and toilet in your room. Tsubasa started marching over to my room. I panicked and tried to stop her. Wait! We had until 11 a.m. to leap back to our timeline. It was only 6:30 a.m. now, so I still had time. Fine, you win. I'll help you. Great, then let's get right to it. I swear if he misses this window, I'm gonna freak out. Finally done. That should have wiped out the particle bacteria. Thanks, Takumi. You really saved us. I scratched the tip of my nose. This hangar was the only place affected by the bacteria, right? Yeah, for now. But just to be sure, I'll spray it all around the school later. I can use the replicator in the biolab to increase our stock of QB liquid. How about the escape pod repairs? I'll just have to give it a shot. It looks like it's going to be a serious task, though. When I was spraying the liquid just now, I got inside the pod from a gap in the corroded external wall. From there, I saw that the control system is a mess. I'll need to replace everything, including the circuit board. I don't really know anything about that stuff, but it sounds like a lot of work. If there was one good thing, if we replace the control system circuit board, we'll be able to manually deploy the pod from the war room. From the war room? Manually, you say? Yeah! So we could escape school without waiting for day 100? Exactly, but it's gonna take at least 50 days to fully repair it, even if I work at top speed. So I'd be done by day 95 at the earliest. That barely changes anything. Can't the others help you out with some of it? There's plenty they could do, but I can't really ask them for help right now. We're smack dab in the middle of the invader hunt after all. I can hardly ask the members we're up against, you know? Hold on, I thought the invader hunt was over. Huh? What are you saying? It got back on track a while back. Ever since the real sponsor showed up on day 33. Oh, that's where he went. That's where Eito went. What The sponsor is still alive. Yeah, sponsor 2.0. Yeah. He's here.
Ah.
Yeah, Tsubasa said the one that got killed on day 31 was a spare. Then Kakoji's still out there. Right. Which means she's likely hiding somewhere inside the school. If I was looking for a place to hide in the school without being found, our eyes met. Underground. The hidden room. We descended the stairs to the basement. Just as we'd suspected, someone was there. But it wasn't who we were expecting. Oh, shoot. Eito? What are you doing here? Eito stared at Hideko in her leap suit and nodded as if something had just clicked for him. I see. You must be Hideko. I recognize the voice. Identifying people by their voice rather than their appearance is something of a forte of mine. The leap suits had voice changers, but Hideko's was turned off at that point. Because everyone looks like hideous monsters to you. Oh, you know about that? Can't say I'm surprised. Those suits tell me you have experience jumping to other timelines. And Hideko, you don't belong to this timeline, do you? The Hideko from this timeline is already dead. You're here from some other timeline. That's where you learned about my secret. The same probably goes for you, Takumi. Hideko being alive and well doesn't seem to bother you at all. Which means the two of you jumped from the same timeline, didn't you? So what if we did? I was just thinking out loud. After all, you're the same as us. You don't belong to this timeline either. The Eito in this timeline had his cryptoglobin absorbed by Takumi on day 2. Ugh, I almost tripped on that word. Oh, how despicably cruel. Even if this isn't my timeline, that's hard to forgive. You must be from the Box of Calamity timeline. You jumped to it from day Wait, what? Wait, they said he arrived on day 33. Anyways, you must be from the Box of Calamity timeline. You jumped from it on day 36, didn't you?
Oh.
Box of Calamity? Is that what you're calling it? You're probably right. I imagine that is the timeline I came from. I escaped the school, wandered the streets, and by chance, stumbled on some sort of laboratory. I decided to tinker with the machinery there, and before I knew it, I was here. There's no way that happened just by chance. Oh, but it did. It's not so surprising considering my specialist skill. Special fortune telling. Eito nodded slowly. Fine, we'll say it was a coincidence. Let me ask you something. Are you the sponsor of the Invader Hunt? You know, no matter the timeline, you're still just as dense. The Invader Hunt started on day 26. How could I sponsor the game when I only arrived here on day 36? Then the real sponsor must be Kakoji. Oh, do you two know who it is? Not answering, Well, so be it. I'm not interested in the sponsor anyway. Then what are you doing here? Why are you here? I wanted to read. Read? Why would you do that? You don't know why someone would read? You're eternally stupid, I fear. I read to satisfy my intellectual hunger. There's so much I want to know. About humanity, about space, about the laws of physics that govern it all. And of course, about the mystery behind my own existence. You two are completely unrelated to my timeline, so allow me to confess in full. Deep down, I wanted to see people the way you see them, purely as a matter of intellectual curiosity. So I started reading all kinds of books to find a way to make it happen. Unfortunately, it seems there really is some kind of glitch in my brain. So long as I have that, I won't be able to perceive people the way you do. Sad, isn't it? Shall we cry about it together? All I want is to be friends. Do you know anything about how to get this glitch out of my brain? If you do, I think I could be your comrade again, in the truest sense of the word. I suppose there was no point in asking. You don't believe me, do you? I'll just have to disappear, I suppose.
Huh?
Disappear? Don't tell me. Exactly. See you around. The very next second, Eito pulled something out of his pocket. He threw it straight at us. Instantly, the object exploded. Ah, my eyes. I didn't have time to close my eyes or plug my ears. A stun grenade? I murmured my brief realization before losing consciousness. Oh, great, we're stuck here. Oh, no. Oh, no. How much time do we have left to go back to the machine? Day 46! We're stuck here until day 50. Oh, I hope they survive the attack on the other side.
You certainly sleep hard. Maybe it's an after effect of leap damage.
Why are we in my room? Where's Takumi 4?
This is my room, right? Are we back in steady fundamental?
Oh, she had the leap suit on. She probably wasn't as affected by the flashbang.
Of course. And who do you think you have to thank for that?
Thank you, Lady Hideko. I appreciate you so much.
Don't tell me. Again.
I seriously considered just abandoning you this time.
Takumi is such a sleepy boy.
But I knew I'd miss having an errand boy. So I carried you back.
Was it a stun grenade that went off? Were you all right?
I was wearing my leap suit, so I took almost no damage.
I sat up and got out of bed. What happened after that?
Oh.
After the light subsided, Eito 3 was gone. 3? He was the Eito from the Box of Calamity timeline. The versions of us in that timeline are Hideko 3 and Takumi 3, right? Oh, I guess that makes sense. I figured the same could apply to him. I see, so Eito 3 got away. I tried to chase him, but you were already incontinent and laid out. Incontinent? That's embarrassing. Don't you mean inanimate? You were also running out of time to make the leap. We were also running out of time to make the leap, so I had to give up on Eito 3. Hideko sighed deeply. We have to do something. Kako G is in that timeline too. That's true, but let's set it aside for a moment. There's someone I want to introduce you to first.
Huh?
Huh? Who? Someone?
Huh?
This is the infirmary. That chair. It's the Dolmenic Cognitive Reconstruction Therapy device, the new and improved version.
Huh?
So, who did you want to introduce me to? We're ready for you. Come on out. At Hideko's words, someone stepped out from inside the Revive-O-Matic. What? Eito? I instinctively balled up my fists and squared up. It's okay. He's on our side now. On our side? For real? Are you sure? The last time we used the machine, it didn't work. Just to be absolutely clear, this is this timeline's Eito. In other words, Eito 1. You let him out of the capsule room? Yes. Why? Don't be so alarmed, Takumi. I've been completely reborn. I didn't understand. I looked to Hideko for an explanation.
Oh.
Do you remember what Eito 3 said in the Hunt timeline? Do you know anything about how to get this glitch out of my brain? If you do, I think I could be your comrade again, in the truest sense of the word.
Oh?
That gave me an idea. The cerebral glitch repair program. Exactly. But I figured that wouldn't be enough to get rid of the bone-deep contempt he had for humanity. So you use that Dolmenic thing?
Oh.
Yes. With Z-Ray and Nigo's permission, of course. Originally, this machine can be used on Special Defense Unit members, but thanks to my improvements on its design, I was able to use it on Eito. And thanks to Hideko, I'm as you see me now. Well, I suppose I don't look any different, but my mind feels like it's been thoroughly cleansed. And what do we look like to you? How can I explain it? To start with, Hideko looks like an intellectual, refined woman of great beauty. Oh, she's blushing. On the other hand, Takumi, you look like a half-rotted cherry tomato that's been left in the back of the refrigerator too long. Rude! He is still glitched! That was a joke. In truth, you're a beautiful young man with a dignified face, full of courage and passion. Oh, maybe I've said too much. I'm sorry, are you flirting with me now? At any rate, appearance is something that can only be described subjectively. What I see and what you see are not necessarily the same. But at the very least, I no longer have the psychological aversion of your appearance that I used to. To put it simply, in my eyes, you all look truly beautiful. There's no explanation. You really don't feel hatred for us or the rest of humanity now? That's right. So we could trust you now. I swear you can. On my life. Then tell us about the book. What did you read in it? Exactly what you'd expect. It covers the history and examples of the time loop phenomenon, as well as some scientific considerations. Oh. Okay. I'm worried that he's acting, because what was the other timeline where we used it? Shoot, it was a wholesome one. Is the coming of age one. He was acting normal. Mind you, he was acting overly peppy and everyone was like, this is way too much, we need to dial it down. And he was acting the whole time, so I'm concerned. We want to know how to get you out of the time. We want to know how to get out of the time loop. Was there anything about that? There was. You jumped into the past from day 100 to day 2, right? The loop was triggered by that first trip back in time. Once force is applied to an object, it'll continue to move at the same speed until additional external force is applied. That's the law of inertia. Without friction or resistance, a spinning top would continue to spin forever. A pendulum continues to swing from side to side. A weighted spring continues to move up and down. That's exactly what your situation is like. Enough explaining, get to the conclusion. How do we break out of the loop? The best way to explain it is the example of the spring. You two are the weight on the spring. Time moves down from day 2 to day 100, but it can't progress any further. The restoring force of the spring brings it back to day 2. So, how do we cut loose from the spring? Do we increase the weight? Precisely. But how do we do that? Hey, let me get straight to the point. It all comes down to the lives of the Special Defense Unit. Their lives? Indeed, the weight here is the weight of life itself. In short, if all of the Special Defense Unit members in this timeline survive until 10 a.m. on day 100, the sum of all those lives will serve as a huge weight that can tear away the mighty spring that is the time loop. Hideko and I were silent. 3 seconds later, I shouted out loud, Yes! We can finally break free of the time loop! We just have to keep everyone in this timeline alive. No pressure. That's no problem at all. Everyone's survival was one of my goals anyway. Even without this information, we were gonna protect everyone anyway. Well, we have a definite objective now, so I'm grateful for that. Our friends' survival is directly linked to our escape from the loop. The situation just got much simpler. I looked right into Ato's eyes as I spoke. Thank you, Ato. I'm going to trust you. For now. For now? Well, that's good enough, I guess. It's hard to regain lost trust. I'll do everything I can to support you until you can trust me unconditionally. All the more reason for us to give him gifts and work on his bonds, because I don't know if this is going to be the only opportunity we can do this. Day 46 ended in excitement, or rather, it didn't. Tomorrow, day 47, we'd face another defensive battle. Hideko and I had something we needed to do before that. And that something was... Day 47. Everyone gathered in the war room before the morning announcement played. Just checking one last time. Are we really gonna let that whack job Ato fight with us? We spent 3 hours going over this last night. We heard your arguments against it, but in the end, you all agreed to this.
Well, you two sounded so confident. You were so passionate. It was like you were spitting fire. It just felt right to trust you.
If a gutter dweller like me is permitted to say so, Ato does seem different from before somehow.
That's right. His aura before was poopy brown, but now it's a shiny poppy red.
Thank you? Although I'm not quite sure if that was a compliment. Besides, you heard what C-Ray said.
Oh, right. If Ato does anything even a little threatening, he'll detonate the bomb inside of him.
Oh? Did I say that? You did, sir. Oh, sure, I'll take your word for it. I was so sleepy then, I don't really remember. For the love of murder, are you feeling okay?
Like I said last night, I'll follow our captain's lead. I agree.
As do I. I personally am quite opposed. Huh? Introducing a new character now will just take attention away from me. I want everyone's praise and adoration. I want everyone to fawn over me.
I'll toss you a frisbee later.
Then I'm on board. I just got whiplash. Thank you, everyone. Ava's right. I am like a new character on the battlefield. But I'll give it my all to fight for you. Then, maybe you'll fawn over me after battle. Ato flashed a carefree smile. It was infectious. Soon all of us were smiling.
Aha!
Well then, the enemy will be here any moment now, so Nigo, if you will. Got it. I'll cue the music. Ah, it's Turamtumi. I'm never gonna get her name right. Tarum Tami?
What's with this freaky old Enka song?
It's a folk song, right? I kind of like it. We went over the reason for the song choice already, so no need to talk about that again.
Oh.
2 commanders will attack this time, Turam Tami and Nugank. The former manipulates sound waves. She'll try to pull us into a hallucination by playing frequency inaudible to human ears. To prevent that, we have to play a particular piece of music that includes waveforms in antiphase to hers. That's the folk song you're hearing now. By playing this song in advance, the enemy's sound waves will be cancelled out, which means no hallucinations.
Oh.
Isn't that right, C-Ray? Perfect recap, Shizuhara. Couldn't have said it better myself. As we discussed our strategy...
Intruder alert! Intruder alert! Unauthorized personnel detected on school grounds. Defense mode initiated. All available troops prepare for battle immediately.
What the hell? Ain't they kinda early? I thought you said the enemy would attack after the morning announcement. That is weird. We're well past wake-up time now. Could it have something to do with how we redirected the entire announcement system to play the song? In that case, we might be in trouble. Trouble?
How?
If the morning announcement didn't play, there might be something wrong with the intruder alert too. What do you mean? Oh. They messed up the entire PA system. Oh, I knew it.
What do we do? The enemy's already breached the wall.
We need to do something quick. Takumi. Got it. I nodded firmly. Everybody, let's do this. Special Defense Unit, move out.
Nice. Now you won't have to worry about those auditory attacks.
I'll just turn off the music.
Well then, everyone, the rest is up to you.
Wallop those nasty invaders!
There she is. She reminds me of Barbara from Genshin Impact.
I am Yuki, the power god of charity. Oh, I was too late. You must have suffered so, you poor thing. Oh, I wish I could do it all over again. Once again, from the beginning. Every time I step onto the battlefield, I am filled with nothing but the deepest regret.
Ah! Just when I thought we'd finally put that first one in her place!
That must be the time reversal we heard so much about.
C-Ray and Nigo warned us about this, but it's even more a pain than I could have guessed. We'd best save ourselves some trouble and take out that new gang first.
If we don't, this battle will never end.
All right, everyone. Let's show these guys what we can do and end them!
Yeah!
This is my specialty! A show especially for you! Here I go!
Everyone, this is horrible. The school is...
It's okay, keep it together. C-Ray told us about this trick too.
Right. It's just an illusion. Once we beat her and Tammy, it should go back to normal.
Isn't it against the rules for them to tag team us like this?
Shoma was right. We need to deal with New Gang first.
Okay, here goes.
Winner! The battle was over. With Tudam Tami defeated, we could see the school as it really was again. But our relief was short-lived.
Huh? Where's Turam Tammy?
Aw, they got kidnapped? Stop it.
New Gang's gone too!
They just ran off together.
Here I am, about to open my spreadsheet to see who I want to give these kills to, and they keep getting stolen.
They were holding each other for support. Why didn't you say anything? Well... They looked so sad, hobbling off like that.
That was enough for me. I had a good idea what the twins were thinking. They could probably see themselves in those two commanders as they helped one another.
Well, whatever. I don't feel like chasing after them to finish them off.
They were so completely covered in wounds. Their organs and bones will be in tatters by now. I doubt they'll show up here again.
Then is it time for the usual?
After party?
I think so.
Oh, the cheering. Sorry.
All right. Ready? And go!
Special Defense Unit! Best in the world! Indestructible and undefeated! Never lose! Never yield! Special Defense Unit! Fight on!
Everybody's voices resounded loudly. The moment there was silence, Nozomi spoke.
That's not fair, Takumi! I'm the one who usually leads the chants! But Sir Takumi is our leader.
He probably should have been the one saying it the whole time.
Fine. I'll let you do it from now on. But a little advice? You have to do the ready and go! Like you really mean it. Put some spirit into it.
Such detail.
It's an art.
I didn't know she put so much thought into it.
Everyone giggled as they looked at Nozomi. She blinked innocently a few times.
By the way, when does the fawning I was hoping for start?
Mr. Outsuki, did you really contribute to the battle that much?
She's jealous.
Come on, I definitely did. Didn't you see?
Well, you'll just have to wait.
Our next defensive battle is in 10 days. So I suggest you start training for that.
Now that's unfair.
We watched Ato slump his shoulders in disappointment, and everyone burst into laughter. Ato is truly one of us now. There was no way he'd betray us again. Famous last words! Way to jinx it, Takumi. The bashful but bright smile on Ato's face was more than genuine enough to convince me of that. Oh, he's totally gonna betray us again. Day 48. What am I remembering? I bolted upright and looked around me. This is my room. My body was freezing. A cold sweat soaked every inch of me. Was that a dream? No, that wasn't it. I'd experienced something like this many times before. This must be the same kind of thing, which meant it's something that happened in another timeline. I headed over to see Hideko and gave her the rundown of what I'd just remembered. She nodded in silence and led me to our usual spot.
Oh.
Actually, I had a vision of the same events just before I woke up. But that's not possible. What I just saw was from the Hunt timeline. We lost you on day 30 of that timeline. So there's no way you'd know what happened after that. Say what you will, but I saw what I saw. I do get the feeling it wasn't something I saw firsthand, though. It felt more like something I had heard from somebody else was playing out inside my head. Maybe I jumped to day 100 of the Hunt timeline somewhere along the way. Then someone told me what happened in that timeline, and after that, my consciousness jumped back to day 2 and I lost the memory. And you just regained it now? That's one possible explanation, anyway. I have another theory. As usual, we continued our discussion after changing locations. What's more important are the specifics of what we just saw. Yeah. First of all, Kako-ji is going to self-destruct soon. But her death won't stop the invader hunt because Ato 3 will take her place as the game's sponsor. We'll have more casualties, and finally, on day 93...
the survivors will launch a last-ditch attack against Veshness, and all of them will die.
What's my theory? So at the end of the Hunt timeline, there was like a bunch of different sponsors, and when we had killed those sponsors, Yugamu said they had been dead for a long time. So maybe it's a Gi, or maybe it's something else, but something had reanimated those corpses. So maybe that's why she has those memories. Maybe she was one of those corpses. That's my theory. I wish we could help them. Do you think there's anything we can do? Let's give it some thought. We still have 2 days until we can leap again. I parted ways with Hideko, headed for the cafeteria, and gobbled down some toast before going back to my room. Okay, as much as I'm worried about the Hunt timeline, I still have things to get done in this one. At night, we got a report just after dinner. Tsubasa had finished repairing the school bus. The moment we heard the news, we made our way to the parking lot. There, we saw... Wow, Tsubasa, this is amazing. You got the wheels back in perfect shape.
Actually,
isn't it even shinier than it was before?
a girl could get jealous. What moisturizer do I need to use for that kind of dewy sheen?
Frankly, I'm stunned. You completely killed it. Oh, this was nothing. And perhaps you'd be willing to fix a rotten heap of junk like myself. I think that's above my pay grade.
Kyoshika, stop salivating over the muffler, you deviant. Ew. I swear I wasn't looking. I tinkered with the engine while I was at it, so I think it'll go faster than before. Awesome! Let's test it out by turning Gaku into Fender Ketchup. What? Why me? Oh, I am jealous. I want to be praised too. Me too. This must have been so much work, Koana. Thank you for all your efforts. I'll give you a collectible superhero eraser as a reward. I can't really see myself needing that. Thank you, Tsubasa. You're a lifesaver. Aw, come on, guys. Good work deserves to be praised. I'd like to offer you my thanks as well. You too, Hideko? You're making me blush. We continued to shower praise on Tsubasa until late. All that time, laughter echoed non-stop throughout the parking lot. Day 49. I finished breakfast and returned to my room. I couldn't get the hunt timeline out of my mind. If we didn't do something, everyone there would die. We had to do something. I just didn't know what. Tomorrow, we'll go to the hunt timeline. We can figure it out then. I murmured this to myself, then decided to make my usual rounds.
Huh? What do you mean we can't jump to the hunt timeline?
Oh?
You didn't see me around the school during the day, did you? That's because I was in the lab doing maintenance on the PLM. While I was doing that, I realized someone locked the machine in the hunt timeline. Don't tell me. 803? It's highly likely. We're the only ones who know he's there. It would be a problem for him if we showed up again. So he stopped us from going back to that timeline? Probably. Can't say for sure when he did it. But it must have been between day 45 when he first saw us and today, day 49.
Oh.
Whenever it was, the lock will only be removed after 50 days have passed. That means day 95 at the earliest. And everyone in that timeline gets wiped out on day 93. In other words, we won't make it. Yes, unfortunately. We sat there stunned for a while. They might not have been from our timeline, but all of our friends were going to die. I'd spoken to the versions of them in that timeline. I'd spent an especially long time with Tsubasa. Those memories came rushing back. In my mind, I saw her bubbly smile. How much longer would she be able to smile like that? I clenched my fist tightly, infuriated at my inability to help her. Aww. And he falls in love with her in that timeline. I understand how you feel. But what's more important is that we protect everyone in this timeline.
In short, if all of the Special Defense Unit members in this timeline survive until 10 a.m. on day 100, the sum of all those lives will serve as a huge weight that can tear away the mighty spring that is the time loop.
Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying this only because it's our way out of the time loop. I know, our priorities are still the same. We have to make it to 10 a.m. on day 100. All of us alive and happy. Right. Let's focus on what we can do to make that happen. It's not that complicated, is it? We just have to keep winning our defensive battles. All the way to day 100? Yeah. Are you saying there's some other way? Hideko's gaze slowly shifted up.
If we went up there, we wouldn't have to fight.
True.
The artificial satellite?
Wouldn't that be safer? It would boost our chances of survival much more than staying here.
But how would we get there? The escape pod won't activate until day 100. I'm aware of that. We can't go flying into the vacuum of space if we rip the door off either. We can forget about the pod. How then? We can try calling for rescue.
Oh.
We'll use the distress signal transmitter. The maximum cargo of the rescue craft is 2 tons. More than enough for all 16 of us. What? Didn't we go over this before? We need to input 9 out of the 10 liver mortis codes from Team 1 to boot that machine. And those codes only show up when a unit member is truly dead, so that would mean at least 9 deaths. Wait, hold on. Are you suggesting what I think you are? I think so.
Of course. Nobody has to actually die. We can just get the codes from other timelines.
Yeah! Finally, someone caught on. It's a good idea, but it's not the most pleasant means of getting things done. It would mean we'd be using the deaths of our friends in other timelines for the sake of our own survival. That's true, but we wouldn't be killing anyone or allowing them to be killed either. We'd go after versions of them that were already dead, just looking at the backs of those we never could have done anything for. I'm sure they'd forgive us. Yeah, I sure hope so. Think about it, talk to me. This would be for the sake of saving everyone in this timeline. Yeah, I get that. Alright, whose liver mortis codes do we need? I already saw 5 of them in the mystery timeline. Let's review them first. Tsubasa. Her liver mortis code was 2, right? I sifted through my memories of the mystery timeline and gave her a firm nod. The other 4 were in Kakoji's scrapbook. Eito's was 8. Yep. Gaku's was 0. Ako's was 9, and Shoma's was 3. Where does that leave us? There's 5 people left from Team 1. Darumi, Ima, Takemaru, you and me. Myself. And me. Anyway, we need to find just 4 of those liver mortis codes. Then we can activate the distress signal transmitter and the 16 of us can get onto the rescue craft.
Once that's done, we'll all go to the artificial satellite together.
Are there any timelines where 4 of them are dead right now? I don't think so. There isn't even one where 2 or 3 of them are dead. Not true. Not true. I just saw one that had 2 of them. I guess we'll just have to check different timelines one by one. Indeed. We should probably go and find Darumi's liver mortis code tomorrow. You remember, don't you? She's killed in the battle against Veshnas in some timelines. Oh wait, the timeline that has Takemaru and Darumi's bodies is the spicy timeline. I don't want to go there. We'll jump to the coming of age timeline, which branches off from that event. Coming of age timeline? You don't remember it? So I doubt there's any... Oh, you don't remember it, so I doubt there's any point in explaining. It's a timeline that plays out like some kind of teen drama, like, wow, the teenage dream. You know what I mean? I had no idea what she was trying to tell me. Hideko stared into the distance, eyes narrowed with a kind of wistful yearning. But if you did, you wouldn't have the pheromones. I mean, this is true. Hang on, no. Takumi would have... Takumi, whatever number they associate him, would. What if they end up falling in love with him and then they never leave? We should head back soon. You know when we can leave tomorrow, right? Yeah, I just checked the device. Our window's between 7:30 and 11:10 p.m. Very specific. I'll head to the lab in the morning. I still have some maintenance to finish. You'll come to the lab alone by 7 o'clock. Or else. She left before I could respond, as usual. Left on my own, I casually glanced up at the sky and saw the satellite. We might be able to get there before long. All we needed was 4 more liver mortis codes. As I thought about that, I found it hard to calm the thumping in my chest. I stretched my hand towards the satellite and clasped my fingers into my palm as if I could somehow catch it in my grasp. Day 50.
Aha!
Okay, does everyone have one now? Everyone except Miss Shizuhata. Ah, that's fine. She went to explore early this morning. I gave her hers before she left. Just a lame medal. I think I might be allergic to this cheap metal plating.
When was recycling day again?
You can't throw them out. Yeah, in case you didn't notice, you've just been bestowed medals of great honor. Honor my ass. Hey everyone, why don't we have a party tonight? A party? Yeah, to celebrate the halfway point. Now you're speaking my language, bro. I'm up for that.
Me too.
Count me in. One after another, everyone expressed their approval of the idea.
Well, Takumi?
I was unsure how to respond. I wouldn't be there that night. I had to jump to that coming-of-age timeline, but I couldn't come out and say that, so... yeah, of course. I'll, let Hideko know about it, too.
That settles it. Tonight we'll have a halfway to 100 party.
Sounds good, but the name's kind of mid, ain't it?
And how about we call it a hump day party?
I am picking up what you are putting down, Miss Amamiya. No, you are not.
No. That does sound kind of fun. Sure, why not? See, right, Nigo? You don't mind, do you?
Yum, yum, yum.
Well, the next defensive battle is on day 57, so okay, I'll grant you special permission. But no freaking, no grinding, and no throwing it back.
Yeah, Kiyoshika, maybe don't bring your sword to this one.
I would never freak or grind with the holy Jumanji sword. Oh my gosh. She makes her walk into it every time. We spent the morning and afternoon preparing for the party. I knew I wasn't going to be able to participate, but I was also in no place to refuse, so I helped out too. As the day wore on, the sun sank steadily west in the sky. It was 5:40 p.m. I still had some time until I had to meet Hideko, but I didn't want to get yelled at for being late, so I decided to leave the school and head to the lab early. I stepped into the entrance hall. See Ray and Nigo over there, almost as if they'd been waiting for me. Another late night with Shizuhara, huh, Sumino? You know the rules about relationships between students. No heavy petting. That's not what's going on. We'll be back before the day is over, so there shouldn't be a problem. What about the hump day party? You're not going to attend? No, sorry. Do me a favor and come up with an excuse for me. You're a real loose cannon, pal. Although, I admit, you're the one keeping our operation running smoothly. We've yet to experience a single fatality, and you even managed to get Mr. Outsuki to cooperate with us. So, for now, we'll let your egregious behavior slide. Normally, I'd have to execute you for this kind of stuff, you know? I am so sorry and so grateful for your generosity and understanding. He didn't mean that at all. Still, I never would have guessed the cerebral glitch repair program could be used like that. You managed to fix Aosuke's defect and successfully use the dolmenic therapy on him too. Sounds like Shizuhara's handiwork more than yours, but it was still a brilliant idea. You're the one who created the program, sir. I think you're the true brains here. Oh, is that right? I mean, of course, only a 300 IQ genius like me could ever make such a thing. Nigo, the thumb drive you gave Hideko must have had a copy of the program on it, right? I never made any copies. Me neither. Why does she have so many? Actually, I don't recall giving Miss Hideko any thumb drive in the first place. Yeah, there was only one. There was only ever one of those. Oh. Where did she get them all? What does that mean? On the night of day 16, Hideko and I leapt to the killer zombie timeline. We had 2 goals back then. I mean, hang on. If there was only one, I mean, maybe she's going to the war room and getting all of them? Preventing the death of Hideko 2 and purging the Gi data from Takumi 2's brain. We succeeded in saving Hideko 2, but failed to capture Takumi 2. I got cornered by him, fell out of the bathroom window, and got knocked unconscious. The next thing I knew, it was day 17. When I woke up back in my room in this timeline, Hideko told me,
treating Takumi 2. That's been taken care of too. I actually had 2 thumb drives. Nigo gave me an extra one as a spare. I gave it to Hideko too. I revealed myself to her and explained everything. She injected Takumi too with anesthetic and used the repair program I'd given her to treat him.
Could it be she lied to me? She never gave Hideko 2 the thumb drive? Which would mean in that timeline, Takumi 2 is, oh, unless she never used it at all.
He's still infected with the Gi data.
That's right, and he was. Oh no.
Oh.
I see, so Sirei and Nigo exposed my secret. Well, it's true, I never gave Hideko 2 a thumb drive. What? But why would you lie to me?
Oh.
I'm sorry, I can't tell you that. Why the hell not? Do you have any idea what you've done? If we'd fixed Takumi 2, then Ava wouldn't have had to die on day 25. And we could have prevented Moko's death on day 43. Hideko remained silent. Her face was screwed up slightly, and she was staring at her feet. Fine. If you can't tell me why, that's all there is to it. We only have 5 minutes until we can leap anyway.
Huh?
But if you really can't tell me, you have to let me choose the next timeline we leap to instead.
Huh.
Where are you planning to go?
Hey!
Isn't it obvious? The serial killer timeline. I'm gonna erase the Gi data from Takumi 2's brain. If we don't do something, everyone except you will end up being killed. There's no other place for that timeline to go. Just more branches that end up with Takumi 2 murdering everyone. So you want to create a new branching path? Yes! We're gonna create a timeline where nobody else has to get killed. A future where everyone who's left can live out a happy life. What if I refuse to go with you? I need that thumb drive of yours to fix Takumi 2, but there's only one, so... Are you gonna take it from me by force? Takumi, you promised me last night. You said we'd go to the coming of age timeline and find Darumi's liver mortis code.
Oh.
Remember what you said our top priority was? Making it to 10 a.m. on day 100 in this timeline together and happy. The surest way to do that is to go find those 4 liver mortis codes and call the rescue craft. We'll have a greater chance of survival if we go to the artificial satellites. As a result, we'll finally be freed of this time loop. Hideko's words helped me regain my composure a little, but what she was saying made complete sense. The versions of our friends in this timeline are at our top priority. And even if I did manage to fix the serial killer timeline's Takumi, it wouldn't erase the branch of that timeline where he never got cured. A timeline where Takumi 2 killed everyone would still exist somewhere in the blood space. Knowing that, was there any point in fixing him? One rail would still be covered in flames no matter what I did. But then, I thought about what Hideko had told me.
Of course, one of them is still destined to burn in hellfire. There's no changing that. But it's better than if we'd never added that second line at all. At least this gives the passengers a 1 in 2 chance at happiness.
You know what? I thought that the thumb drive was disposable. I guess it's reusable. I sincerely apologize for lying. I was obviously in the wrong. In spite of everything I just said, I'll let you make the final decision.
Oh.
You lead, I'll follow. I'll keep my mouth shut and cooperate with whatever you want to do. I thought about it. Should we go to the coming of age timeline to find Darumi's liver mortis code? Or should we go to the serial killer timeline to fix Takumi 2? After a lot of agonizing, I came to a conclusion.